Hello, hi, namaskar everyone. Give me a quick response. Am I clearly visible? Am I clearly audible? Can you all see this screen right there in front of you? Can you all see me? Yes, good to have you all. Good to have you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Great, perfect, brilliant. So shall we get started with our discussion? Yes. Great to have you all. So let's get started without any delay, without any further. Yes. We are getting started. Hello, hi, namaskar everyone. Good to have you all. Great to have you all. Great. All clear. Perfect. So why are we here today? We are here today with the discussion of our IAT, the IISER Aptitude Tests Mathematics Marathon, which means in this session, I have picked some quality questions for you for your IAT preparation, that test, what is all going to be there, the most probable questions, the questions which will not only help you in revising the maths, but which will also consolidate and give you better preparation with your exam. So shall we get started, everyone, all the participants? So great. Good to have you all. And without any delay, we'll straight away get started. But before all of that, I want you all to participate in the polls. I'll be showing you the questions, we'll be solving them together, and I'll be hoping and expecting that you all being sincere students participate in the polls. Sir, how do we participate in the polls? The idea is really simple. You can participate in the polls by following our Pylons application. If you have it installed in your phone, if you're watching it on YouTube, you can participate in the polls with the Pylons app. Pylons. Or let's say, great, that's brilliant. Or let's say, even if you don't have it, you're watching it on your browser, on your laptop, or on your system, then you can download it from Chrome store, and from there also you can participate in it. Sir, is it simply just or merely for participating in the polls? No. Let's say you're watching any random video on YouTube, any random video of any channel, then you can generate PYQs on it, you can generate mind maps on it, you can generate short notes on it, you can generate a quiz on it, and a lot more. And that too at absolutely no cost. Yes, I'll be doing a lot of relevant questions in this session, relevant to your examination. Grateful I am also. So good to have you all. Great. Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you got a clarity that how should you participate in the polls, and with that, very simple, straightforward, decent quality questions and up to the mark. Thank you so much, Alex, for that compliment. And these questions are directly relevant and related to your IIT examination. IISER aptitude test is conceptual in nature. It is not something very heavy in terms of concepts or questions. So questions from mathematics sections are going to be moderate. JEE mains or below par. Then there you need to remember is your focus should be on chemistry, physics and biology as well. So strike that balance. From bio and chemistry, you'll be scoring more because they are more theoretical. But of course, from physics and maths, you'll be devoting more time because of course you'll have to spend a lot of time in solving them. So let's get started with the first question. I'm starting a poll and let's see how many of you get it right. And how do we participate in the poll? By installing Pylons application. Shall we get started? So it says there is a set R which is given by these elements, and this is a relation on this set A which is containing 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm asked whether it is a function, transitive relation, symmetrical relation, or a reflexive relation. That is what I need to work out. Physics is the issue. Okay, Saurav, I get this. Physics is the issue. Okay. So there are multiple ways. Let's say I want to check whether it is a function or not. So to make it or to call it a function, I'll simply develop this idea that let's see its mapping. So if I see its mapping, sir, I have 1 mapped with 3. So there is 1 which is mapped with, of course, 3. Yes or no? Then what do we have next? Sir, the next entry here is, just hold on for a while. Let me make some space. So 1 is mapped with 3. Then we have 4. That 4 is mapped with 2. Then we have 2, which is mapped with 4. And then we have 2, which is mapped with 3. The moment I do this, most of you must have realized it's not a function anymore. And then we have 3, which is mapped with 1. I hope everybody very quickly realizing that, sir, this clearly is not a function. Why? Because I hope most of you must have clearly noticed that 1 and 2, I'm really sorry. It is indeed a function. I'm really sorry. This is indeed a function. Oh no, because look at this. This 2 here is having 2 images, 3 and 4. So this 2 does not have a unique image. So I hope you got this. This clearly is not a function, which means option A is absolutely wrong. Transitive, not symmetric, and reflexive. First of all, let's check it for option D, reflexive. If I want to call it reflexive, it should have 1, 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, and 4 comma 4? Yes or no? Do I have all these four? Absolutely not. So it is not reflexive. Sir, it is such a simple question, such an easy question. Why are you taking so much time? I am wanting to make you go through all the concepts. So very gradually, I'm taking you through function, then reflexive, then symmetric, then transitive. So through this, I am taking this as an opportunity that I could make you revise all the concepts as well. Got my intent? Got my point, everyone? So here, if I want to check it being symmetric, let's check it. Here, somebody already wrote in the comments, sir, 2 comma 3 is there. So I should have 3 comma 2. 2 comma 4 is there. So I have 4 comma 2. 3 comma 1 is there. So I have 1 comma 3. But I think there is something missing. For 2 comma 3, there should have been 3 comma 2. Had it been there, I would have happily called it symmetric, which means not symmetric is correct. Yes. What about transitive? I'll say again there is a problem. It clearly is not transitive. Why am I saying so? I am saying this. Hold on for a while, students. I am saying all of this because of a simpler reason here. Pay attention, everyone. That it is not transitive because see, 1 is leading you towards 3, 3 is leading you towards 1. So 1 should have led you towards 1. Sir, let's say apart from this, what is the other method to check all of this quickly? There is one more method. Let me teach you that as well. That is one of the best approaches which I have seen over a period of time, which is this. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let me denote this mapping. Let me denote this mapping. Pay attention, everyone. 1 is mapped with 3. So 1 is mapped with 3. I'm denoting it like this. 4 is mapped with 2. So 4 is mapped with 2. I'm denoting like this. 2 is mapped with 4, so I'm denoting it like this. Then 2 is mapped with 3, so 2 here is mapped with 3. And then 3 is mapped with 1, 3 is mapped with 1. So the moment I see that this arrow is not a bidirectional arrow, which means 2 is going to 3, but 3 is not going back to 2, which means it is not symmetric. And that would have directly told me that this is going to be the answer. Yes or no, everyone? Did you all get that? Now, apart from that, you please understand, if you want to check it reflexive, transitive, or what else, you can very quickly do this. I hope you are understanding reflexive. That means 1 should have been mapped with 1, 2 should have been mapped with 2, 3 should have been mapped with 3, 4 should have been mapped with 4. So there I have called it reflexive. And I hope I have already concluded it is not transitive. I'll say option C is your correct answer. And let me see how many of you got it right. Let's quickly see that. So Saurav, Jashodhra, and Yashash have marked it correctly. That's brilliant. I'm glad that you all are participating. That's brilliant. Great, great, great. Perfect. With that, shall we try one more question on that? This one. And will you help me whether these relations S and T are equivalents or not? Shall we get started with this discussion here? Everyone, pay attention. This is again a very interesting and insightful question. It says, R is the real line. Okay, so R is your real number. Then consider the following subset on the plane R cross R. So Cartesian of R cross R, which means all the, I hope all the possible pairs of the real numbers. Yes or no? Definitely, definitely. Now, great. Let's begin with this. I hope we can get started with the poll again. So let's see how many of you get it right. Pay attention, everyone. The first one. The first relation says S is defined for a pair x comma y, where y is given by x plus 1 and x is restricted to 0 to 2. This is for relations from one set to another, yes, which is the same as the first. No, this is the different question now. This is not the extension of the previous question. This is an independent question. Now, the moment I read it, I am told to talk about it being equivalence. I'll say reflexive, symmetric, and transitive it should be if I want to call it an equivalence relation. Which means what? Here, if you pay attention, I hope everybody must clearly be noticing when somebody says y is equal to x plus 1, I think there is a problem. X from 0 to 2, even if I take a random value 1, I'll say 1 plus 1 is of course 2. So there will be a pair 1 comma 2, but of course there will not be a pair 2 comma 1. I hope you're noticing it. If x is replaced by 2, y will be 3. So there will be a pair 2 comma 3. So if 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 should have been there to make it symmetric. That means it is not symmetric. And if it is not symmetric, it is not equivalence. It is not even reflexive. Can you believe that? Yes. Let's say if x and x if I'm looking for x comma x. So if I'm looking for x comma x, which means what? Y is replaced by x. So x is equals to x plus 1. X and x are cancelled. So 0 is equal to 1. That is clear violation of this mathematical fundamental property, where I'll say that this is neither reflexive nor symmetric. And of course, it is not going to be transitive. Which means what? It is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Although it is any one of them, if it is none of them, I'll say this is clearly not an equivalence relation. So statement S or the set S or the relation S is not an equivalence relation. Did you get that? Yes or no, everyone? Now the next part here, the relation T. The relation T is given by x comma y, the pair x comma y, where x minus y is an integer. X minus y is an integer. Okay, let's talk about this relation being reflexive. So what is the meaning of being reflexive? Sir, there should be a pair x comma x, which means 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 1.2 comma 1.2, something like that. So there, please understand, if I check it for x comma x, pay attention everyone, if I check it for x comma x, then it is always going to be an integer, because x minus x is 0 and 0 is clearly an integer, which means it is indeed reflexive. If you take two same numbers, 1.2 comma 1.2, 3.7 comma 3.7, root 3 comma root 3, if you take their difference, it is going to be an integer. So it is reflexive. Everybody got my point? So first of all, we have understood that, sir, it is reflexive. Can you help us in checking it, whether it is symmetric or not? I hope you're realizing, sir, let's say there are two numbers. There are two numbers. Let's say there is a number 4 and there is a number 2. So if 4 minus 2 is an integer, I will unhesitatingly say that 2 minus 4 will also be an integer. Are you understanding what I'm trying to explain logically here? I am saying that if I find that x minus y is an integer, then logically it is understandable that y minus x will also be an integer. Yes or no, everyone? I hope you are getting it. All I'm trying to make you understand is a very simple result, that if x comma y is there, then y comma x will also be there. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, yes, yes. All fractions are real numbers. So I hope you're realizing it is symmetrical, it is reflexive. Sir, what about this relation being transitive? What about this relation being transitive? Let's verify that as well. So let's quickly verify whether this relation is transitive or not. Shall we do that quickly now? I hope most of you must have already built the idea that, sir, if x and y are so closely knitted that their difference is an integer, if there is y and z, they are also knitted in such a manner that this z means I, this is z, which means integer, this is an integer. So I hope you're realizing, we know that the difference of two numbers is integer only when both of them are integer. Yes or no? So if I talk about x and z, then, sir, of course their difference will also be an integer, because x and z both are integers. Yes, yes, sir, all real numbers aren't integers. I got this, Jashodhara. But pay attention, everyone. I am saying that this is reflexive for all the real numbers. If I take 1.2, comma 1.2, if I take, Jashodhara, 1.2, comma 1.2, will it not be an acceptable pair? Because 1.2, comma minus 1.2 is 0, and that's an integer. Jashodhara, if 2.4 and 1 comma 2 are taken, then 2.4 and 1 comma 2 is definitely not a pair which will be an acceptable pair, because I'll be accepting only a pair which is an integer. So 2.4 minus 1.2, if I take it here, 2.4 minus 1.2 if I do here, this is clearly not an integer. So it will not be an acceptable pair. So if it is not an acceptable pair, I need not bother about that. Yes or no? So if I am defining a relation on R cross R, I'm choosing certain subsets of it. In that, of course, I am clearly seeing that if two integers are taken, whose difference is an integer, then those numbers are supposed to be integer. Absolutely. 1.2, comma 2.4 is not an element of T. So why should I even bother about that? So 1.2, 2.4, 2.4, 1.2, symmetric, reflexive, transitive, I'll not check it for this. Did you get that statement, Jashodhara? I'm talking to you. So with this, I'm saying difference of two integers is integer. Difference of two integers is integer. So if all these three are integers, then difference of x and z is bound to be integer. Yes or no? That means this is transitive as well. So this relation T is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, which means it is your equivalence. So T is an equivalence while while S is not, option D will be the answer. Let's see how many of you got it right. And if you are still confused, do tell me in the comments. I'll be really happy in telling you the answer. So Saurabh, VVD and Yashash got it right. That's brilliant. What about the other person who got it wrong? I hope everybody understood this, all the participants. Shall we move towards the next question for the day? Yes or no, everyone? How do we solve this question? Yes, how do we solve this question? Can you help me with the answer to this question? Anyone, everyone, all the participants, be very quick. Let's solve this. It is asking you the number of solutions of this equation. So integer type this is. So we have started a poll. Let's see how many of you get it right. Let's see how many of you get it right. Everyone. Shall we do it together? Perfect. But there is a catch in this question. If you commit that mistake, you are doing it absolutely wrong. So this is base 4. So can I write it as log of x minus 1? Base 4 I can write as 2 square. And this is log of x minus 3 at base 2. Now we know this property. We know this property that if I wish to remove this 2 from here, that comes out as 1 by 2 here. And this 1 by 2, I can of course raise a power 1 by 2 here. So this is log of something, this is log of something, both are at base 2. We can compare or equate them. So if I'm comparing them, what I get is x minus 1 inside and under root is equal to x minus 3. Yes or no? So if I'm squaring both these sides, what I get is x minus 1 here is equal to x minus 3 square. Now the moment I square, I hope you know that the concept of root gain comes into picture, because you just cannot square both these sides. Good afternoon, everyone. So if you are squaring both these sides, you may get some extra roots. So ultimately, when I get the answer, I got to verify whether that answer is an acceptable answer or not by checking whether it is falling in its domain or not. What do I mean by that? Let me tell you further. Let me simplify this first. So this comes out as what? X minus 1 as it is. This is x square plus 9 minus 6x, and this x minus 1 pushed here, it is minus x plus 1 whole equal to 0. So when I solve it, what do I get? I get x square. This is minus 6x minus x, which is minus 7x, and this is 9 plus 1, that is 10, is equal to 0. So the moment you see it, I think 5 and 2. So I can write it as x square minus 5x minus 2x plus 10, and there I say that x will be either 2 or 5. Now some of you may say that number of solutions could be 2, but I doubt. Yes. Extraneous roots are to be neglected, are to be discarded. Why? Because let me check 5. So we say 5 minus 1, 4, acceptable. 5 minus 3, 2, acceptable. So 5 is an acceptable solution here. So what about 2? Let's check it for 2. 2 minus 1, acceptable. 2 minus 3, minus 1. You are taking log of a negative value. Can we do that? Of course not. Yes or not? Find the solution and put it in the original equation and check. Saurav Jain, perfectly brilliant. Saurav Jha, perfectly brilliant. So with that, I hope you are realizing 2 is not an acceptable solution. So we are asked the number of solutions. My answer should have been 1. Let's see how many of you got it right. Let's see how many of you got it right. So again, VVD, Saurav and Yashash, everybody, that's brilliant. I'm glad you all are marking it correctly. Did you all understand this? Domain as well. Yes. Tatvam Asi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Let's solve another very beautiful question, a good one. I am giving you some time to solve this. Let's conduct a poll again. This is again an integer type. Let's see how many of you get it right. So I'm giving you 2 minutes time. Try it by yourself and then we'll solve or discuss it together. So are we done, students? Have you all tried solving this question? Anyone who's willing to write the answer to this question in the comments? Okay, so let's discuss this again. Very beautiful and insightful question together. Let's see what do we get as the answer. Shall we start doing it? I'm sure most of you must have started doing it. That's again a very good question and decent question. How do we solve this? Let's talk about that. Pay attention, everyone. A, B, C are three distinct positive real numbers. Okay, that's brilliant. Such that these two equations we are given. We are given these two equations and then we are asked something related to that. Okay, let's try and work it out. Sir, here, this equation, if I wish to solve, can I take logarithm on both sides? So if I'm taking logarithm on both sides, it will be ln A times ln of 2a. I repeat, ln A times ln of 2a is equal to this. If I take log here, it will be ln B times whole of ln of BC. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ln A times ln of 2a, ln B times ln of BC. That's the first equation we have gotten. Great. A lot of you have already marked it right. How are you all solving it so quickly? Can you share your approach? Great, great, great. A lot of you have already written it in the comments. That's brilliant. The second one. If I take log here at base E, so it will be ln 2 times ln B, and this will be ln C times ln A. Now I got to substitute one of the values. So which one should I choose? I think BC is going to be there. So let me try and substitute one of the values here. So this is A ln 2A, this is B ln BC. So what I'll do is, let me substitute A here. What is A? Ln A from here I have found as ln ln 2 ln B by ln C. Yes or no? Ln A from here can be written as ln 2 ln B by ln C. Yes or no? And this value of ln A I am pushing here. Yes or no, everyone? So this ln A gets substituted by ln 2 times ln B, that I'm writing more appropriately, ln B divided by ln C multiplied with ln of 2a is equal to ln B times ln BC. Yes or no? Everybody got this conclusion? Sir, by applying logarithms and factorizing the equations. Great, great, Samarth. That's brilliant. I'm sure most of you have done the same approach or gotten the same idea. Or if you have any other approach, do share in the comment box. I'll be really happy in knowing your approaches. Now with this, I hope most of you are realizing, sir, ln B. Of course, they are three distinct positive real numbers. So I can cancel this ln B by ln B. Or if I don't, do we have some other approach as well? I think this is how I get it. This is how I'll simplify it. So if I simplify this, ln B and ln B are going to be constants because it is not going to be 0, because if B becomes 1, if B becomes 1, that's a totally different story. So let me simplify this ln B by ln B. Can we do so? So I'm cancelling this ln B by ln B. Then what am I now left with? I am now left with ln 2 times ln of 2a, and that I receive as ln BC times ln C. Yes or no? One more thing I'm thinking of doing here is that can I do this? Can I do this where I am thinking of ln 2a, right? This also I could have substituted. So ln 2a, because I want to get rid of all the ln A, right? So this ln 2a can I write as this ln 2a? Can I write as this is ln 2? ln 2a I am writing as ln 2 plus ln A log mn. We know is log m plus log n. Yes or no? Yes, Alok, it does. A lot of things it does. Although it was incomplete, but it covers a lot of things. So ln 2 plus ln A, again, if I substitute this value of ln A, which is ln 2 by ln B by ln C, I think I'll be getting something really decent out of this. So let me do that in the next step. Everyone pay attention. Here we are. So it is taking some time, but you've got to do this. Otherwise, I think it cannot be done. You are going to spend some time here. So this ln2 stays like that outside. Then you have ln2 inside. You could have multiplied it inside. And this is ln A. What is ln A? That is again ln2 into ln B divided by ln C. Correct me if I'm wrong. ln2 as it is, ln A we have as ln2, ln B, ln C. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Now, what I do next is, hold on for a while, students. Give me a moment. Give me a second. Just a interruption. So, Give me a moment, students. Just a small interruption. We'll resume in a while. Give me a second. देखना हो गया है ना? Okay. So we are resuming. Give me a moment, students. There was a small interruption in between the session. I'm really sorry for that. We are resuming back. Give me a moment, students. Again, where were we? We were discussing, I think I replaced LNA, which was LN2, LNB by LNC. Now, on the right hand side, what do we have? On the right hand side, we have LNBC into LNC. Can I write that as LNBC? Can I write that as LNB plus LNC whole multiplied by LNC? Yes or no? Everyone with me so far on this? Factorization takes some time, but it was doable. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. With this, if I now simplify or get the final conclusion, I'll say if I multiply both the sides by LNC. But before I do so, I take ln2, ln2, ln2 common. So I'll have ln2 whole square times 1 plus lnb by lnc, yes or no? And this is clearly lnb plus lnc whole times lnc. So there is some time. It is a little bit time consuming in terms of this, but it is still doable. Now, if I multiply both the sides by lnc, what do I get? LNC, if I multiply, I'm technically taking the LCM from here and pushing it there. But you can call it that you're multiplying it by LNC on both the sides. So if I'm multiplying both the sides by LNC, this becomes LNC. This LNC vanishes from here. And this becomes LNC whole raised to the power 2. So this is LNB plus LNC. This is LNB plus LNC. If I cancel both of them, you can. Sir, why? Because LNB plus LNC cannot be 0 because B and C are distinct, and if they are distinct, LNB plus LNC cannot be 0. Got my point? That means what? That means here, I hope you are realizing, or I think I can take that. No, I'm really sorry. That assumption should be considered technically. I'm really sorry. If they are distinct, LNB plus LNC can be 0. So first conclusion here, if you want to cancel out LNB plus LNC from both the sides, you need to consider one possibility that LNB plus LNC could be 0. That's one of the possibilities. Because if both of them become 0, 0 into anything plus Z is equal to 0 into anything, that will be equal. LHS and RHS will be satisfied. So that gives you LNB is equal to minus LNC. I hope everybody is listening. Or rather, what you do is, I think I am asked BC. So that gives you ln of BC to be 0. From there, I get BC to be 1. So that conclusion we get that BC could be 1. If BC is found to be 1, my job is done. But I get one more conclusion. The conclusion says that ln c whole square is equal to ln 2 whole square. So from there, I get this, that ln c whole square is equals to ln 2 whole square. So ln c could be plus minus ln 2. I repeat, ln c could be plus minus ln 2. Yes or no? I repeat, ln c whole square is ln 2 whole square. So there I conclude that ln c could be plus minus ln 2. With that, another conclusion I get is that here, if ln c is plus minus ln 2, so if I take ln c as plus ln 2, I get c to be 2. Or if ln c is minus ln 2, I'll get c as 1 by 2. Yes or no? Everyone, shall I repeat that? Minus ln 2, that is ln to the power, ln 2 to the power minus 1. So ln 2 to the power minus 1 means what? Ln 1 by 2. So ln c is ln 1 by 2. So c is going to be 1 by 2. Yes or no? So there we get this conclusion as well. I hope no confusion so far on this verdict which I have given. Now, I will take it back to the conclusion which we have just drawn in the previous slide where we were talking about ln a. Pay attention, everyone. What have we concluded so far is that, sir, first possibility which we just gave or came up with was this, that, sir, you told that LNB and LNC are equal in terms of magnitude. That means LNB is equals to minus LNC. I repeat, from this conclusion, can I say LNB is equals to minus LNC, yes or no? So there can I not say that LNB by LNC could be minus 1, yes or no? So if I take that conclusion, LNB by LNC is minus 1, I hope you are understanding. ln A I receive as minus ln 2. And if ln A is minus ln 2, I hope you are realizing A I receive as 1 by 2, 2 to the power minus 1. Yes or no? So if I receive A as 1 by 2, I hope you are realizing there is a problem, sir. A is 1 by 2, C is 1 by 2. I am told in the beginning that A, B, C are 3 distinct positive real numbers. So A, B, C, of course, any of them cannot be same. Saurav Jha is saying instead of writing LNA in terms of LNB and LNC, we should write LNC. Okay. But now, since I have done it, let me proceed with this. I hope everybody is realizing. Now, I'll take either A as 1 by 2 or C as 1 by 2. I cannot take both. Yes or no? And this whole conclusion is coming from this idea that LNB plus LNC is 0. That is what I have assumed. So is there some less calculative, maybe comparing terms on LHS and RHS, guessing the values? Definitely you can do that. Definitely you can do that if you do. But Saurav is giving us a very good suggestion that, let's say, luckily or coincidentally, had I written LNC in terms of LNB, it would have been a little easier. So did you get my point? So to avoid that confusion, let me go ahead with the C as 2. Can I do so? By simplifying the log equation, we get A as 1 by 2, BC as 1. Brilliant. So first of all, I'll say that BC, I take the liberty as taking anything. But B and C individually can be anything, but I'll ensure that their product is 1, where I'm ensuring that C is not 1 by 2. Yes or no? And there, I am taking this liberty that if I take A as 1 by 2, C I'll not take as 1 by 2. That I can choose, because all I need to follow is two conditions. Which two conditions? Sir, if you fix A, which is 1 by 2, because I don't think that apart from this, I'm getting any other value here. A we are going to get as 1 by 2. You are definitely going to get as 1 by 2 if you are going to solve this. Then apart from that, if you are fixing A to be 1 by 2, we know that C cannot be 1 by 2. So C could be something else. Now, of course, if you say that, sir, C cannot be 1 by 2, then are you saying C could be 2? No, I'm not saying that. If you take C as 2, B will become 1 by 2. And then A and B will both become 1 by 2, which cannot be true. So I'll say C can be neither 2 or 1 by 2, which means these two possibilities are discarded. Yes or no? Because if C becomes 2 or 1 by 2, B becomes 1 by 2 or 2, vice versa. And in that case, two of the A, B, C will become same. That's why I'll say these two possibilities are discarded. So I'm going ahead with this possibility only, that product of BC will be 1, which means they'll be reciprocal. Which means if B is 3, C will be 1 by 3 and so on. So you can take infinite possibilities with them. So independent to take whatever B and C you take, they'll be reciprocal except for them being 2. Getting it or not? So I'm fixing A as 1 by 2 and I am not concerned about B and C independently, but their product has to be 1. These two things I can undoubtedly conclude yes or no. And if I can conclude that 6A will be 3 and 5 into 1 will be 5 and my final verdict or answer will be 8. Let's see how many of you got it right. So again, Jashodhra, VVD and Saurav Jha, that's brilliant. I'm glad most of you are getting it and I hope you applied the whole idea correctly. You applied the logics correctly and you did solve it with complete sincerity. Okay, great. That's beautiful. Let's solve the next question. Again, it is something single choice. So let's solve this question together. What are we said here? Quadratic, x square minus 6x plus a. Another quadratic, x square minus 6x plus 6 have one root in common. They have one root in common. So let's say there one of the common roots is, let's say this has, okay, we'll talk about that common root. Let me go ahead further. The other roots of the first and second equation. So this equation and this equation have other roots in the ratio 4:3. That's beautiful. Let's say this has a root 4k. So this will have a root 3k because the roots are in the ratio 4:3. And the common root, let's say I'm taking as alpha. So this has roots alpha in 4k. This has roots alpha in 3k. Can I do so? Beautiful, Saurabh. Beautiful. That's great. Brilliant. Everybody understood how did I take these roots? This quadratic, I'm taking its roots as alpha in 4k, alpha in 3k because one root is common and other roots are in the ratio 4:3. Now, let's apply the logic. What are we asked finally? The common root is. So I think we are asked the value of alpha. Let's try and work it out. So how do we do it? Pay attention everyone. Sum of the roots, which means alpha plus 4k from here will be 6. I hope you know that. Product of the roots, that means 4 alpha k from here will be a. Sum of the roots here will be alpha plus 3k. What would that be? So that's c, minus of minus c by 1, yes or no? And here I'll say product of the roots 3 alpha k. What is that going to be? So that is going to be 6. I hope you know sum of the roots, product of roots very well. Yes or no? With this, I think I need to finally find alpha. So if I want to find alpha, I'll try to find it here with these two equations, but there is this c. And that c, I think I can crack with here. So how do we begin with this? How do we begin with this? If I divide them, I get a and I will proceed with this, but ultimately we got to deal with c, right? So I'll do it anyways. Pay attention, everyone. So if I could crack C, my job will be done. Yes or no? So this is 4 alpha k. This is 3 alpha k. 4 alpha k is A. Product of the roots. 3 alpha k is 6. Product of the roots. Alpha plus 4k 6. Alpha plus 3k is C. Right? Everyone with me on this? Now, if I try and crack k, how many variables do I have? Alpha, k, C and A. And technically I have 4 equations. No worries with that. We just need to choose the right or the appropriate steps here. So let me think of it in a sense that if I divide this equation by this equation, what do I get? If I divide 4 alpha k by 3 alpha k, I get 4 by 3 as A by 6. Yes or no, everyone? 4 by 3 as A by 6. 3 into 2 is 6. 4 into 2 is 8. So I crack A as 8. So if I know that this A is 8, this quadratic now becomes x square minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Yes or no? This is 8. That means 4 into. So this becomes x square minus 4x minus 2x plus 8 is equal to 0. Which means I say that the roots are going to be 2 and 4. The roots are going to be 2 and 4. Now I'll take a benefit of a doubt for a while. Let's say if I treat 4k as 4, then 3k will be 3 and possibly alpha could be 2. So if I just go ahead with that assumption or idea, let me do this. If I assume 2 to be alpha and 4k to be 4, so there I crack k as 1. Yes or no? If we do cross multiplication to find alpha, yes, you can. Definitely you can. There is that method which is always doable and applicable. So if I have gotten k as 1, I hope you're understanding. If I apply k as 1 here, this equation will have its roots as 2, 3. So let me verify whether it satisfies that or not. So 2, 3 means what? This quadratic will become x square minus 5x plus 2 into 3, that is 6. So I hope you're realizing minus 5x means what? Minus 5x was our value of clearly what? Alpha plus 3k. So that is clearly that. So I think it is all in sync. It is all in sync. Yes, absolutely correct. So that assumption I took was in sync and I don't have to validate or verify it. With that, I am finally reaching to a conclusion that alpha will be 2 and that's your option D. Everybody with me, or shall I re-explain that? Option D will be the correct answer here, or shall I re-explain this? 100% of you got it right. That's brilliant. That's good. So Saurav and VVD again. What is your full name, VVD? Can you tell me in the comments? You're participating silently. Who is VVD? All the participants, did you understand the solution or shall I re-explain any part of this question? Are you all getting it comfortably? Everyone? Shall I move ahead from here? Another very, very beautiful, very direct question. Shortcut. Okay, how do we solve this one? Fifth term of a GP is 2. So whenever somebody says fifth term, will I not say first term is A, common ratio is R. So A R to the power 5 minus 1 is said to be 2. Then they are asking you product of its 9 terms. First 9 terms. Of course, whenever you are asked something like that, you also know a probability. Okay. Tattvam C. Okay. So if I'm finding the product of first 9 terms, I hope first 9 terms are going to be what? A, AR square, and so on until AR to the power 8. Yes or no? Now we know this probability very clearly. Sum of first 9 terms. Exactly in the middle, there will be the fifth term, which will be AR to the power 4. Now I hope you know this probability that in AP, sum of equidistant terms is same. Arithmetic progression, arithmetic mean. Similarly, product of equidistant terms in GP is same. Do you remember that concept of geometric mean? If you do, I hope you're understanding. This A into AR to the power 8 will be A square R to the power 8. Then AR into AR to the power 7. This will again be A square R to the power 8 and so on and so on and so on. But sir, how many pairs will I get? First of all, I'll get 4 pairs because I'll stop at AR cube, which will be clubbed with AR5. So there are 4 pairs. There are 4 such pairs. Yes or no? But still, sir, there is one more term left, which is the term exactly in the middle, which is AR4. Do you remember that? Although there is a formula as well, but if you don't strike that formula, you can derive it with this simple pattern only. So this AR4 can be written as AR to the power 4. I hope you're getting it. Sir, this is AR to the power 4 whole square. Getting my language, everyone? This A square R to the power 8, I can write as A R to the power 4 whole square because it is a square r to the power 8. This whole is raised to the power 4. So 4 into 2 becomes or makes it what? 8. Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? And sir, what is 2 to the power 9? We all know 512 option B. Did I start a poll in this question? I did not. I'm really sorry. So I'll do it in the next question. But tell me honestly, everybody understood that? Everybody got that? That's brilliant. Crownless God. Good Pranav. That's brilliant. Perfect. Getting it or not, everyone? Shall we do the next question? Again, a very beautiful one from determinants merged with sequence and series. Let's see how many of you get it right. Shall we? Okay. Pay attention, everyone. This says L, M, N are the pth, qth and rth term of a GP and all are positive, which means they all are positive. Okay, then what, sir? Then I am told to figure out the value of this expression. Okay, when I'm willing to figure out this expression, which is given as log L, what is log L? So if it is log L, sir, if this is a GP, which let's say has a first term as A, which has the common ratio as R, then how will you write its pth term? Of course, I'll say L is its pth term. So L will be AR P minus 1. M will be AR Q minus 1. I hope my language is understandable. N will be AR R minus 1 because this is R. You may get confused. So I'll take its common ratio as capital R. Is that okay? Let me just correct it. So this I'll take as AR P minus 1. This as AR Q minus 1 and this as A capital R small r minus 1. I hope you're getting it. Why am I doing it? So just to avoid this confusion. Yes, that is also one of the ways through which you could have done it. Good, 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 good. Great, great, brilliant. With that, perfect. Now with this, if I move ahead, what do we see? Log of L. So what is L? L is given by AR P minus 1. Yes or no? Then log of M, that is AR Q minus 1. And then third term is log of N, which is AR R minus 1. Yes or no? The other terms are clearly P, Q, R, 1, 1, 1 each. Yes or no, everyone? Give me a quick update, all the participants. With this, I will use basic properties of logarithm, although you can apply properties of determinants as well, which you have learnt while explaining or expanding or simplifying its expansion. Or if you don't want to use it, I hope you remember one of the properties, log mn is log m plus log n. So this log ARP minus 1, can I write it as log of A plus log of R to the power P minus 1. Similarly, this I can write as log of A plus log of R to the power Q minus 1. Similarly, this one I can write as log of A plus log of R, to the power R minus 1. Everyone getting this, yes or no? Now, one thing you can surely say here is that, sir, this P minus 1, Q minus 1 and R minus 1 can be brought to the front. So if I wish to write it, can I not write it in a more better format where P minus 1, Q minus 1 and R minus 1 are brought to the front? So this is P minus 1 here, this is Q minus 1 here, and this is R minus 1 here, and they are added with log A. I'm just simplifying the column 1 in a little quicker manner if you all are comfortable with whatever I'm doing. Everyone with me so far? Sir, why did you do all this? Why did you do all this? I'll say I have something really exciting to show you with which this question will be done within seconds. Can somebody help me with that idea? What am I going to do? Question has not specified they are distinct. Assume PQR to be 1 and the question is done. Yes, that's where you take the benefit of a doubt. They did not say that this GP has all the distinct terms. So I could have taken the common ratio to be 1 and through that also I could have done it. But let's say if they told you distinct, in that case, you could have taken actual 3 terms of a GP. Through that also, since all the options are numericals, you could have gotten the same answer. No matter whatever GP you take. There is one more property. If the terms are in GP, I hope you remember, if you take their logarithms, they are in AP. Remember that or not? But they should be equidistant. I hope you do remember that. So here I'll get back to this discussion. I am applying a property, a very beautiful property, where, pay attention everyone, I am changing or replacing column 3. I am changing or replacing or updating column 3 by a value. Which value, sir? Column 3 I am updating by a constant value plus, I hope I can do so, a constant value plus column 2 minus column 3, or let me do it for column 2 so that there is no confusion there. Column 2 I am updating by log a plus column 2 minus column 3 times log of r. Can I do so first of all? Can I make this operation here? If I do so, I hope you're understanding. Why did you do that, sir? I hope most of you must be noticing the pattern here. Everybody, yes or no? I repeat, if I have log a, the way it is, then C2 minus C3, C2 minus C3 times log R. I hope you're understanding. I hope you're understanding. Whatever column 1 is, we are doing this change in column 2. So do you not think column 2 will be here log a plus, there was p here, so it will be p minus 1 log r. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Everyone, did you get that? Similarly here, this term will be log a plus, there was q and 1, so it will be q minus 1 log r as per this expansion. The third term will be log a plus r minus 1, because there was r in 1, so r minus 1 log r, and here the elements are 1, 1, 1. And now I hope most of you are clearly noticing that, sir, column 1 and column 2 are identical, determinant will be 0. Your answer is option D. How many of you got it? Yes, one of the ways is using that short technique, taking benefit of doubt. Through that also you could have done it, but I'm sure those who have gotten it through this method have also applied something like this. If you tried something else, do tell me in the comment box. I'll be really happy. So yes, VVD, Yashash and Saurav, that's brilliant. Great. Shall we try the next question for the day? Very quickly tell me. Great, Ritesh. Same here. I will ask you to solve this question verbally without even writing anything on the board or on the sheet. How will you do it? Brilliant, Samarth. That also you can do. Yes. From where you can participate in polls, Samarth. If you want to participate in polls, you can use Pylens app. It is available on Google Play Store or Chrome Store. If you're watching it on the browser, you can download it from the Chrome Store. And if you're watching it through your mobile phone, you can have Pylens app from Google Play Store. And then you can participate. Yes. That's brilliant, Saurav. That's great. Now with this, shall we try and solve this question? So when I solve this question, x to the power p and x to the power q, I'm looking for these coefficients. Exactly, VVD. So there, if I write the coefficient of x to the power p, first of all, let me write the generalized term. So r plus 1th term here is given by what? NCR. I hope you remember that. X to the power r. I hope you got this. But what is n? I hope you realize n is your p plus q. So this is p plus q CR x to the power r. Yes or no? That's how you will write the r plus 1th term. NCR x to the power r. 1 plus x to the power n has this expansion. Yes or no? Sir, we are asked the coefficient of x to the power p. So r should be p. So coefficient of x to the power p will be p plus q c p. Yes or no? This will be the coefficient of x to the power p. Sir, coefficient of x to the power q. Coefficient of x to the power q means what? R should be q. So this will be p plus q c q, because r is q. Now, if you remember that basic property NCR, which is NC n minus r, and if I apply it on this, let's say this is P plus QC, NCR is NC n minus r, so P plus Q minus P, yes or no? So P and P are cancelled, I get P plus QCQ. I get P plus QCQ. So I think the coefficient of x to the power P and x to the power Q are same. That means equal. Option A should be marked. And I think most of you must have done it without even writing anything on the screen or on the page. So we have 4 participants today with this question, marked it correctly, but some of you got it wrong. I don't know who is that. So VVD, Saurav, Yashash and Jashodhara, that's brilliant. I'm glad you all are. I hope nobody's cheating, nobody's using AI. You all are doing it sincerely through your own genuine efforts, right? That is really appreciated if you're doing it like that. Shall we try the next question? Can you help me with this question? The number of integral terms in the expansion of this. Can somebody quickly help me out with this question? Number of integral terms in the expansion of this. This is what they are asking you through this question. How do we solve this? Anyone? Sir, first of all, can you help us in writing its r plus 1th term? Again, I'll say its r plus 1th term is given by NCR, which is 256 CR. Then I hope you remember this root 3 raised to the power. I hope vice versa, whichever you do, you write it as 256 minus r or r, whatever you wish to do, it is absolutely fine. So if I write it as power r, then I'll write this 8 root of 5 as 256 minus r. Yes or no? Or even if you swap them, it is also fine. It is not going to matter at all. Do you know that? I hope you got this. Or shall I re-explain that? NCR, this raised to the power, difference of them or this also, it is fine. Trust me. Brilliant, 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 Saurabh. That's great. And this raised to the power, either r or this, but they should be like this. If this is r, then it should be n minus r. And this is n minus r, then this should be r. Both are fine. Got it or not, all the participants? I hope everyone is comfortably getting this, all the participants. If you don't get this, if you are stuck with that idea, which you have been, which you all are aware of, which is this, that root 3 to the power 256 minus r I write here, and this I raised to power r. That is also fine. This is what standard form, which you might have learned. Then, sir, what do we do? Then I think you just get the answer by simply writing it in a more better format. 256 CR, that doesn't matter. I keep it written like this only. But this is 3 to the power 256 minus r whole divided by 2. I hope I can do so. Yes or no? And this is 5 to the power r by 8. Everybody getting that? Yes or no? Now there I'm generalizing this result that I want the integral terms. What do I mean by integral terms? That's great, students. Keep participating and interacting like this. Integral terms here simply means that, sir, this power and this power should be integer. It should not be fraction. It should not be rational. If it is something like 1 by 2, 1 by 3, something like that, it will create a problem because there I'll get irrational terms. So if I want integer terms, I'll say r should be a multiple of 8. Great, Aditya. And here 256 minus r should be a multiple of 2. Getting it or not, everyone? So if 256 is divided by 2, it is perfectly divisible. So technically r should be a multiple of 2. R should be a multiple of 8. Which is better? Which is better? If I'm saying r is a multiple of 2, r is a multiple of 8, so will I not say if r is a multiple of 8, it will always be a multiple of 2? So my condition or my conclusion boils down to a simple fact that r should be a multiple of 8. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now it begins with this idea that can I begin with 0? Can r be 0? Can I keep r as 0? Yes, I can. Because if r is 0, this is divisible. R is 0, this is absolutely fine. So I can begin with r as 0. So r will be 0, r will be then 8, then 16 and so on. And the last thing will be 256 when divided by 8. What does it give me? 256 when divided by 8. I hope you know that 256 is clearly your 2 to the power what? I think 8. Yes or no? 256 here 2 to the power 8 and 8 is what? 2 cube. So this is 2 to the power 5, which is 32. Yes or no? So there are total how many terms? 32. No. With this 0, there are 33 terms. Shall I re-explain this part or have you gotten this? From 8 onward, there are total 32 terms. But if I include this 0 as well, I'll get 33 terms. So instead of marking option B, you should have gone with option C. And I'm sure most of you must have gotten option C as the correct answer. Yes or no? Great, great, great. So we have started receiving responses from a lot of students now. VVD, Jashodhra, Aditya, Rachit, Nidharsha, Yashash, Saurav. Brilliant, brilliant. Glad to have you all. Really, really great. Have you all understood this idea? How did we develop it? That's great, 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 great. Crownless God Alex. Your generation and its obsession with the names. Beautiful. Shall I move towards the next question, all the participants? Yes, yes, Saurav Jha. That's exactly what I'm saying. Shall I move towards this question? Okay, so let me take a 5 minutes break and then we'll resume. It is 2:54. We'll resume at 3 o'clock. So 5 minutes break. We'll resume at 3. Just a quick 5 minutes break. Okay. And then we'll resume this session. Great, Aditya. Good to have you from Arjuna. Okay, students, so if you all are there, come back. The break is over. Let's resume with our discussion of this question, shall we? Everyone watching and attending, this is where we'll be solving it. Again, we'll start a poll and let's see how many of you get it right. What are we given? First of all, let's understand the information. We are told that here, what is it giving? It is giving you A, B, C are such that B times A plus C is not 0. Okay, we'll use this somewhere. Now, what else we are told? This plus this is 0. So there is the determinant and another determinant we are told, and then we are asked what is the value of n. If you really want to solve it within seconds, I'll say even, odd, integer. So hit and try would have been a really good idea. Hit and trial would have been a really good approach. But let's say you're not using that. How else we could do this? I'll say, see a pattern, look for a pattern. You will get the question done. So if I rewrite it in a little different manner, minus 1 to the power n, can I take common from here? This I'm not touching at all. This particular determinant, I'm calling it to be delta for a while. So I'm resolving this one, this determinant. I'm taking this determinant. So if I take minus 1 to the power n common, minus 1 to the power n common, what will I be left with? I'll be left with a plus 1, b plus 1, then c minus 1, yes or no? Then here it is a minus 1, b minus 1, and then c plus 1. Then if I have taken minus 1 to the power n common, I hope you're realizing minus 1 to the power 2. Minus 1 to the power 2, even, which means 1, so that's a, yes or no? Minus 1 to the power n into minus 1 into b, that's minus b. And minus 1 to the power n, if you have taken common, you are left with c. Everybody getting this? Yes or no? All the participants. Now, can I see some similarity of this determinant with this delta? Let me try and tell you that. All I'm suggesting you to do is, let me do one thing here first of all. Can I swap first row and third row? Sir, when you are swapping row 1 with row 3, what you need to do is you need to add a negative sign here. With this, what does it become? Sir, it becomes a minus b, c. A minus b and c are written here. So this first row will become a minus b and c. And the first row will become third row. So third row will be a plus 1, b plus 1 and c minus 1. Sir, are we done? I think no. Let me do one more thing. I'll do it one more time. This time I'm swapping row 2 with row 3. If I swap row 2 with row 3, what do I get? Yes, with options it is absolutely easy and doable, but I am telling you a standard approach as well, that if I swap row 2 with row 3, minus minus becomes plus, basic property of determinant. And with this, if I change them, I'll have this as my third row and this as my second row. So I'll have this one. What one? A plus 1, I'm really sorry, a plus 1, b plus 1 and c minus 1 as my second row, and this a minus 1 and then b minus 1 and then c plus 1 as third row. Yes or no? Now we know something very beautiful and interesting here. This is nothing but transpose of this. I hope you are noticing it. First row a minus bc, first column a minus bc, second row a plus 1 b plus 1 c minus 1, second column a plus 1 b plus 1 c minus 1, third row a minus 1 b minus 1 c plus 1, third column a minus 1 b minus 1 c plus 1, which means I hope you remember that whether you take the determinant of a matrix or you take determinant of its transpose, they are always same. Do you remember that? If I take determinant of a matrix or if I take determinant of its transpose, it is always same. So this value here is also going to be delta only. What does it mean? It means finally I'm reaching to a conclusion that delta plus minus 1 to the power n delta I am given to be 0. I am given to be 0. Now I hope you all are clearly understanding. This can be 0 only when you do delta minus delta. Minus means what? This n is clearly going to be an integer. It cannot be any integer. It has to be an odd integer, which means option B. Shall I repeat that explanation or have you all understood that? Tell me honestly in the comment box. Did you all get this? And I'm again glad almost all of you, rather 100%. VVD, Rachit, Saurav, Samarth, Nidash, Nidarsha and Yashash, everybody got it right. Brilliant. That's good. Any other idea or approach the way you tried options? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Great. Shall we move ahead with the next question? All the participants. Everybody understood this whole question? Totally and absolutely. This is again a very simple, absolutely doable question for your IAT examination. Let's quickly do this. What are we given in this question? First statement. This says, sir, number of ways of distributing 10 identical balls in 4 distinct boxes. So I hope you remember, if n identical objects, Prince Yadav, I'll say for chemistry and biology, it is sufficient, but for physics and maths, you got to enhance your level a little, right? I hope I have answered your query. So distributing n identical objects among r distinct people can be done in n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1 ways. Do you all remember that formula? Yes or no? So if I apply that logic here, what does it give me? It gives me 10 plus 4 minus 1 c 4 minus 1. Yes or no? I hope everybody is getting this. 10 identical balls in 4 distinct boxes can be done in clearly 10 plus 4 minus 1 cr minus 1 ways, c4 minus 1. That is clearly 14 minus 1, 13c3. So I hope you are realizing 13c3 and 9c3 are clearly not equal. So statement 1 is false, such that no box is empty. I'm really sorry. I did not read it properly. Such that no box is empty. So I forgot taking care of this condition. No box is empty. If I apply this condition, the question changes. How? Pay attention, everyone. If no box is empty, then first of all, I have 10 balls. So can I give these 10 out of these 10, 4 balls to 4 boxes? So if I have 10 balls, I choose 4 balls, which can be done in only one way because all are identical. And if I give those 4 balls to 4 boxes, I'll be left with 6 balls. And I'm still having 4 boxes. But now what I have ensured is that, sir, each of the box carry now 1 ball at least, because one ball each is given to all the boxes now. So out of 10, now I'm left with 6 balls. Now, if I solve it in the same manner, if I can give any number of balls to any box without any constraints, because I have already given 1 ball each to all the boxes, I'll say, now my problem boils down to the fact where I'm arranging or giving or distributing 6 identical balls to 4 boxes. If I apply that same logic again, n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, 9, c3. It is absolutely correct. So I did not notice this. No box is empty, yes. And if you read it properly, yes, the answer will be 9c3. So statement 1 is absolutely correct. Now, number of ways of choosing any 3 places from 9 different places is 9c3. This is also correct. But I don't think that this is the proper explanation of this. Absolutely not. The value is same, but statement 2 is totally different. Statement 1 is totally different. I used totally different 2 formulae. So both are correct, but statement 2 is not a correct explanation of statement 1, which means option A should have been marked by most of you. Oh, that's surprising. Option C and option D. Why? The number of ways of choosing any 3 places from 9 different places, 9c3. Statement 2 is correct. Why some of you marked statement 2 is incorrect? I don't know. Okay, Thunder, you can vote or participate in this polling by simply having Pylon's application installed in your phone from Google Play Store. If you're watching it on the browser, you can get it installed from Chrome Store. Got it, everyone? So answer is option A here. Shall I move ahead from here, all the participants? Again, a very good question, a brilliant one. Let's misclicked. Okay, no worries. But I hope you don't commit such mistakes in the real examination hall. Tattvamasi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. With this, Tn is the number of all possible triangles which you can form by joining vertices of an n-sided regular polygon. Okay, even if it is not regular, then also it is fine. So if it is a polygon, n-sided, which means these endpoints should be non-collinear. Getting it or not, everyone? My statement, I repeat, there is an n-sided polygon So of course, these endpoints, when treated together or considered together, will be non-collinear. I am told that in how many ways can I form distinct triangles? So to count the number of triangles made by any 3 points taken out of this n-sided regular polygon, of course that's vertices I'm talking about. So I'll say it can be done in NC3 ways, because any 3 non-collinear points you choose out of n available points, NC3 will give me the number of triangles being formed out of n non-collinear points. Yes or no, everyone, all the participants? Did you all get this? But what is this? This is the value of Tn here. This is the value of Tn here. What am I asked? Tn plus 1 minus Tn. So Tn plus 1 will be n plus 1 C3 and Tn will be n C3, and that I'm given as 10. So if I solve it further, n plus 1, I hope you are noticing it. This is n, and n minus 1 divided by 3 into 2, 6, minus n minus 1 divided by 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 10 is 60. Getting it or not, everyone, all the participants? Now when I solve it further, what do I get is, sir, n minus 1, when you take common, n minus 1, when I take common, I'll be left with n plus 1 minus 1. N plus 1 minus 1 is n, so this is n square is equal to 60. Correct me if I'm wrong. All I'm saying is, n minus 1, I have taken common, so I'm left with n minus 1. Then what is left inside? N plus 1 minus 1. So n plus 1 minus 1 is n. So you're left with n square into n minus 1 is equal to 60. I'll say with hit and trial, it's advised that you try it so that you get the answer very quickly. So if I try 7, n as 7, 7 square is 49. 49 into 6 is clearly not 60. If I try this as 5, 5 square is 25. 25 into 4 is 100. This is also false. 10 square and 8. Did I make any mistake? N plus 1 C3 and C3. This is going to be n plus 1 n minus 1. I'm making a mistake. I don't know why did I do it. I'm really sorry for that. This should have been, I'm really sorry, n minus 1, n minus 2. I'm really sorry for that. It should have been n minus 2 and this is equal to 60, right? I don't know why. I took it as NC2. I'm really sorry. So I hope you are getting it. It is NC3. So if I take n minus 1 common, so I am taking n minus 1 common, then what am I now left with? N plus 1 minus n minus 2. So n and n are cancelled. 1 minus minus 2 is 3. So this is 3 is equal to what? 60. Yes or no? So 60 by 3 is 20. 60 by 3 is 20. So I need the product of two consecutive numbers such that their product is 20. I think it is nothing but 5 into 4. So I can say n is going to be 5. Option B must be marked by most of you. I am sure everybody has marked option B. Again, option A and option C, I don't know why. But still, Rachit, that's good. Saurav, VVD and Yashash, that's brilliant. Yes, great. Using the formula for the number of triangles. Yes, absolutely. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? Shall we move towards the next question with this? Here we are with the next question. Let's solve this question together. Again, an MCQ. I am conducting a timeless poll. Let's read it. I am told our dice is tossed 5 times. So getting an odd number is called a success. So getting an odd number is considered a success. Then the variance. I hope you remember variance and mean everything. So this is a binomial probability distribution, if you all remember that. Everyone, yes or no? So I am told that it is thrown 5 times. So n will be 5. Success. I hope you are understanding. Success means P. So P here means what? In a throw of a coin, probability of getting an odd number. I'm really sorry. I think there is, yes, that is great. Odd number are what? 1, 3, 5 divided by 6. So 3 choices by 6 choices, giving you 1 by 2. So probability of getting an odd is 1 by 2. We all know that. So success is 1 by 2. So I hope failure, which is denoted by Q conventionally, will be 1 minus 1 by 2, which is 1 by 2. So we have N, we have P, we have Q. Then the variance of distribution of this success. So I hope you remember, variance is always given by NPQ. Even if you were asked mean, you would have written it by NP, but you are not asked mean. I'm just giving you the formula. Variance is NPQ, so N is 5, P is 1 by 2, Q is 1 by 2, so your answer should be 5 by 4, which is given in option D. Did you all do it? Were you all able to do it? So this is how very quickly you can solve these questions if you are simply applying the right concept. That's good, Rachit. That's great, Saurav. What about other participants? Have you all understood this? Let's say if you were asked mean of this binomial distribution, then you would have done this as NP, which is 5 into 1 by 2. 5 by 2 would have been the answer. Yes or no? Will you remember these two formulae, all the participants? With this, let us solve the next question. Here I am told mean and variance. Let me start a poll again. MCQ it is. Timeless poll. Let's see how many of you get it right. Mean and variance of a random variable x having binomial distribution are 4 and 2 respectively. So mean is 4, variance is 2. Do you remember what is mean? Sir, mean we know is always given by NP. So NP is given by 4. Variance, I hope you know, for a binomial probability distribution is given by NPQ. That is given as 2. Then probability when that random variable is taking one value. So variance of binomial distribution with 5, great, 5 by 4. Sir, if we don't know the binomial formula, can we use longer method? You can, but actual variance, yes, you can do that table method, but if you remember them, you can do it within 10 seconds. If you save your time here in these category of questions, shall you not be devoting your time in the good problems? And that's how you save with these techniques. And they are not, they are simply merely the formulae which you were taught, yes or no. So if I apply this one, I'll say, if I divide this by this, so NPQ by NP, I'll get Q. If I'm dividing this by this, NP and NP are cancelled. Q will be 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. So if Q is 1 by 2, P will be 1 minus 1 by 2. Because P is 1 minus Q. So 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. That I have gotten. And if I replace P by 1 by 2 here, so N will be 4 into 2. That is 8. So I think I have N, P and Q. Now what am I asked? I'm asked the probability that one success, exactly one success is attained. So there are 8 trials, out of which only one success should happen. So 8C1 into P to the power 1 into Q to the power N minus R, 8 minus 1, which is 7. Yes or no? Are you all getting this or shall I repeat it? I hope you remember formula. If I get exactly R success out of N trials, it is given by NCR, success to the power R, failure to the power N minus R. You remember that formula from probability? With this, if I solve it here, I'll say 8C1 is clearly 8. This is 1 by 2 to the power 8. This is 8, which is 2 cubed. So this is 2 cubed. This is 2 to the power 8. So I'm left with 2 to the power 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 to the power 8, 2 cubed. So 2 to the power 5 is 1 by 32. How many of you got option B without cheating, without using AI, by using your own brain, your own approach, your own sincerity? Great. Sanvi is a new entry, I think. Rachit, VVD and Saurav. Great. That's brilliant. Everybody understood this? So far, everyone comfortable with whatever is being done? Everybody with me on this, all the participants, are we clear on that? Yes or no? Great, brilliant. I'm moving towards the next question. Here we are with the next question. Again, an MCQ, integer type. Let's conduct a timeless poll and let's see how many of you get it right. Yes or no? Here I am told that ABC are non-coplanar vectors. So if they are non-coplanar, their box will not be 0. Because ABC are coplanar, then their scalar triple product is 0. Do you remember that? So their box will not be 0. So box of ABC will be non-zero. That is what this statement here is trying to say. Getting it or not, everyone? Then lambda is a real number. Lambda is a real number. Then this is equal to this for what value of lambda? That's what we are trying to explore here. Okay, let me do that. So here, I think I can take lambda common. It's like determinants. I hope you understand when you take STP, you take determinant of those 3 vectors. Do you remember that method? So it's like in the first row, I have lambda times this, lambda square times this in the second row, and in the third row, lambda times C. So in a determinant, I can take some scalar out of it from any row or any column. So all the 3 rows have lambda in them. So I can take lambda common out, which means lambda taken out from first row, lambda taken out from the second row, lambda taken out from the third row. Getting it or not? So technically I'll have lambda to the power 3, but I'm taking lambda square common from the second row, so I'll have lambda to the power 4. Getting it or not, or shall I repeat it? I repeat, it's like in a determinant, I have lambda times I cap plus lambda times j cap plus lambda times k cap. In the first row, I cap, j cap, k cap can have their own components, which I do know. Then lambda square times I cap, j cap, k cap in the second row. In the third row, lambda times I cap, j cap, k cap. So all the rows have lambda. First row has lambda, second row has lambda square, third row has lambda. So lambda, lambda square and lambda, I will have, there is this pole, Samarth. I already started the poll, Abhishek. You can participate in it by using pi lens. With this, I'll get back to the discussion. If I take lambda, lambda square and lambda common from each of the rows, I'll get lambda to the power 4, and there I'll be left with a plus b here, this as b and this as c. That's your LHS, yes or no? What about the RHS? So from RHS, there is nothing common, so it is simply a, b plus c and b. Can I write this as a, b, b and plus a, c, b? Yes or no? I hope you know with the determinants, what we do is we can write them as a summation of two different determinants where I keep other two rows or columns intact and change the third or the remaining row or column. So the second row or second column was b plus c. So I wrote it as b plus c, but I kept the first and third row as a and b only. Yes or no? Are you all able to digest what is happening with the RHS part? Same can I not do with this a plus b, b, c? Can I not write it as a, b, c plus b, b, c? Yes or no? Yes or no? Whole multiplied by lambda to the power 4. Tell me honestly, yes or no? Great, Samarth. That's brilliant. I'm glad you are sincerely doing it. With this, I'll say lambda to the power 4 stays like that. I hope you know in any determinant, if two rows are same or two columns are same, its determinant is 0. So there I'm left with ABC, box of ABC here, and there again two rows or two columns are same, so it will be 0. That leaves you with ACB. So ACB, if I want to swap these two rows or columns, a negative sign will come here. So it will be minus of ABC, box of ABC. I hope everyone is comfortably understanding. Sir, ABC are non-coplanar, so their box is non-zero. So I can simply cancel ABC by ABC because it will be a value. It will also be a scalar value, a number, or non-zero number because they are not coplanar. So this and this are cancelled. So ultimately I get lambda to the power 4 as minus 1. I was told that lambda is a real number. Despite that lambda to the power 4 is minus 1. I think that's not possible. That's not possible. So I'll say option B will be my answer. No real value of lambda. How many of you were able to crack this? How many of you were able to do this? Brilliant. Perfect. That's a very good response I have received. Rachit, Abhishek, VVD, Saurav Jha. There are two Saurav and Yashash. That's brilliant. Perfect. With this, I'm moving towards the next question for the day. Let's solve this one. In determinants, we can swap the columns, and when you swap the columns, the sign changes, right? With this question is an absolutely simple one. Again, we'll be doing a poll here, and let's see how many of you get the answer here. Everyone, pay attention. If a line makes an angle of pi by 4 with the positive direction each of x-axis, y-axis. So with x and y, both the axes, it is making an angle pi by 4. Then this line is making what angle with the positive direction of z-axis? I think there a very beautiful, very simple, straightforward property you could have used. What is that, students? I hope you do remember L square plus m square plus n square is 1, which is always nothing but what? Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is 1. Do you remember that? Yes or no, all the participants? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Great, perfect. A very good observation. So we know with positive x-axis and y-axis, it makes an angle pi by 4. So alpha and beta are pi by 4. Cos alpha is 1 by root 2, cos beta is 1 by root 2. So this will be square of 1 by root 2, square of 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, and this is 1. So 1, 1, 0. Cos square gamma, I guess I get a 0. I'll say gamma will be 90. So this line will be perpendicular on z-axis. Yes or no? Everybody got this? And I think the answer will be pi by 2. Did we start a poll in this question? We did. Answer will be option B. How many of you got? You could have done it mentally. You don't even have to write anything on the board or on the screen or on the sheet. So VVD, Vivid, may I call you Vivid, Sanvi, Yashash and Abhishek. Brilliant, perfect. And I hope you all are doing it genuinely with your own efforts. 2 seconds if you are taking, I'm sure you must be doing it with your sincere, genuine efforts. 2 seconds it usually takes to read a question, at least 5 to 6 seconds, and you're doing it. Brilliant. Phenomenal, exceptional. Let's solve this question. Again, a good one. Let me start a poll with this question. Let's see how many of you get the answer to this question. Shall we do it together, all the participants? You try it. I'm having some water and then we'll resume this discussion. Let me have some water first. 2 minutes break I'm taking and then we'll resume. Okay, no worries there. Let's focus on the next question now. What are we told? That the straight lines, so this straight line and this straight line are intersecting at a point. So I hope when these two straight lines are intersecting on a point, that means they are lying in a plane. They are coplanar. So I hope you are noticing on the first line there is a point. On the second line there is a point. Yes or no? Yes or no? And if there is a point on the first line which is given by what? 1, 2, 3. So this point is 1, 2, 3. On the second line, there is a point 2, 3, 1. On the second line, there is a point 2, 3, 1. I'm just applying the shortest distance between two lines formula only, and it should be 0. So its numerator will be 0. I hope you remember that. A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. That is exactly what I'm going to apply, but I'm explaining it logically here. This first line, I know, is parallel to K23. I hope you're understanding the meaning of K23. Ki cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. The second line here is parallel to the vector 3k2. I hope you're understanding the meaning of 3i cap, kj cap, 2k cap. Getting this? Yes, Saurav Jha, that's brilliant. So by using that logic, I'll say that these three vectors, which vectors? First vector, second vector, and third vector, which I will get by joining these two, which is going to be what? 2 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 2 again 1, and 1 minus 3, that's minus 2. So these three vectors, which three vectors? This and this, their determinant will be 0 because they are coplanar. I hope box you remember. So that logic I'm applying here, if you have comfortably understood what I'm going to do here. So I'll say 3k2, then I got k2, 3, and then what did I get? 1, 1 minus 2. So this determinant should be 0. Can I use Sarah's rule here? Yes, you can, but are you not thinking that that will be very lengthy, Thunder? So first two rows, if I repeat, Thunder, why are you suggesting lengthier approaches every time? Although it's great that you are coming up with something different, something unique, but I'm understanding this, that you should get this idea that there are better approaches as well. Are you getting my point, Thunder? Whatever your real name is. So if I simply apply the basic idea, the Sarah's rule, it says 3 into 2 into minus 2, that is 6 into 2, which is what? Minus 12. Then k into 1 into 2, that's 2k. And then this 3 into k into 1, that's 3k. This should be equal to 2 to 1, which is 4, 3, 1, 3, which is 9, and kk minus 2, that is minus 2k square. Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? So if I now start solving it, I'm taking everything to the other side. So it is plus 2k square. Then I have 2k plus 3k, that is 5k. Yes or no? And finally, the constant terms, 9 plus 4 is 13, 12, 25. So it is, I think, minus 25. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes or no? Everybody with me on this? So sum should be plus 5, product should be minus 50. I think 10 and minus 5 will do the justice. Absolutely yes. So with this, I'll finally get this equation to be resolved as 2k square plus 10k minus 5k minus 25 is equal to 0. With that, I'll get k as minus 10 by 2, which is minus 5. So one of the values of k will be minus 5. Second value will be minus of minus 5 by 2, which is 5 by 2. Yes or no? Then integral value of k. So this value should not be accepted. Integral value of k will be minus 5. Option A should have been marked by most of you, and I'm sure all of you got it right. That's very surprising. 50%. It's very surprising. 40% people got it right. No worries. Vivid, Jashodhra and Saurav. Did you get it? So the Saras rule is in the first page of chapter determinants in Cengage. Thank you so much, Saurav. Great, 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 great. Brilliant. Yes, answer is minus 5. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good, 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 good. Definitely, Vic. Just write it in the actual comments rather than writing it here, because here it will not work as a reminder for me. But if you put it in the actual comments, Vic vibes, I'll be seeing it and it will give me the idea that I need to create a session on that. So I hope, good, good, good. That's good, Thunder. Brilliant, Abhishek. Congratulations on that feature. This is a question which can be done through a lot of methods, whichever you use. Coordinate if you want to use, or some triangle inequality if you wish to use, or if you want to convert it into standard x plus I y, whatever. But let's do it. So again, MCQ. Let's see how do we get it. Everyone, this is how you are given something, and then you are asked to find the maximum value of mod of z. How do we do it? Maxima and minima in complex numbers can be done with a lot of ease if you know the basics. So what is the basic idea here? I hope you remember, first of all, this triangle inequality, that if there are two complex numbers z1 and z2, so their difference or sum, either difference or sum, whatever it is always less than the sum of their individual magnitudes, and it is always greater than equal to the difference of their individual magnitudes. Do you remember that triangle inequality which you study in complex numbers? If I apply that, I may get to somewhere where I'm going to discuss this part, that here I am saying that, let's say z1 is z, z2 is 4 by z, right? So with that, I'll say z minus 4 by z. Can I say this will be less than equal to mod of z plus 4 by mod of z? Getting it or not, everyone? Tell me. Shall I repeat that? All I'm saying is that z minus 4 by z, its magnitude will be less than equal to mod of z plus 4 by mod of z, z1 plus z2, magnitude wise. Good, root 5 plus 1. And here, if I wish to apply the second one, the left side, then it will be, of course, the same, but with the difference. So it will be mod of z minus 4 by mod of z. Yes or no? Everybody got that? With this, if I wish to take it, that I'm interested in finding its maximum, I'll preferably choose this rather than going with this, because this will not lead me or give me the maxima. So I'll choose this part. I'm deliberately or intentionally choosing this part. Are you okay with this, what I'm doing or going to do next? With this, what do we get or what do we attain? Let's talk about that. But so far, I hope there is no confusion on whatever is done so far. Everybody understood whatever is done so far? Yes or no? Tell me honestly in the comment box. Now with this, if I simplify this, pay attention everyone. Sir, we are told z minus 4 by z, its magnitude is 2. So can I not substitute this whole by 2? I hope you remember, this will be a real number. Its magnitude is less than equal to 2. So this number will lie between minus 2 to 2. Mod of x is less than 2, then x is minus 2 to 2. So there I could have written it as mod of z minus 4 by mod of z to be lying between minus 2 to 2. Yes or no? Can I do so? Or can I say so? I hope everybody is comfortably getting that. Now I have two branches, this and this, which will ultimately help in getting to the final answer. I hope you're getting it. So this branch, if I open this one again will give me this greater than, or this will give me less than. So I'll choose this branch, which will lead me towards the least value, the maximum value. So if I choose this branch is mod z minus 4 by mod z less than equal to 2. Yes or no? There is another way as well that also we'll discuss, but right now the lengthy approach I'm discussing right now. Pay attention everyone. So if I multiply both these sides by mod z, because it cannot be 0 and it is magnitude, it will be positive. So if I multiply both the sides by mod z, it will be mod z square. This will be 2 times mod z, so this will be minus 2 times mod z here, and this is minus 4 less than equal to 0. Yes or no? So this is working or behaving like a quadratic. Yes. Is there a way to visualize the LHS? Right now, no. If you try to do so, it will be a very complicated curve, which is of course difficult. So you'll have to use calculus and more complexity there. Great. Now moving ahead with this, if I now focus on this particular one, I hope you remember it is quadratic. And if this quadratic is said to be less than 0, I hope you remember it happens between the roots. So if its roots are alpha and beta, this will be between alpha and beta. So mod z for this will lie between alpha and beta. What is alpha and what is beta? I hope you can crack that. So alpha will be minus b plus minus under root over b square, which is 4 minus 4ac. So 4 into 4, that is 16 divided by 2a. So minus 1 will write here, plus 1 I'll write here. Yes or no? So 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 is 4 into 5. So 2 root 5. 2 are cancelled. So this is 1 minus root 5 and this is 1 plus root 5. What did I get here? Mod of z less than equal to 1 plus root 5, and I think that is option A. Everybody understands. I understand this was a little lengthy, but I'm sure you must have gotten that we narrowed it down. So we have Viprashish, Vivid, Saurav, Jashodhra and Yashish. That's brilliant. I'm glad. And I'm sure you all are doing it with your sincere efforts. Okay, Saurav is suggesting this another method. I'm glad you finally could think of that. I'm glad. Brilliant. Perfect observation. This is exactly what I was suggesting or about to suggest as a better approach rather than this longer approach. Exactly. Absolutely, Saurav. What is this exam mainly for? To get into IISERs. IISERs are colleges which are based on science and research. So instead of, let's say, engineering, you are more into science. If you are more into research, if you really love knowing the logics, the reasons in science, if you are not into just PCM, you are into biology as well, this exam, these colleges, these institutes for you. More than engineering, more than creation, more than, startup or jobs or tech, you are more into research, you are more into knowing new answers, if you are more into basics of science, then this exam is for you. Did I answer your query? Shall I move towards the next question? Again, a brilliant one, a very decent one and an insightful one. Let's see how many of you get it right. Shall we start a poll with this one? Everyone listening, watching and understanding this. I am told alpha and beta are real and z is a complex number, where this is a complex quadratic equation because z is complex. I hope you're understanding. Anyways, this is a quadratic because it is a real quadratic. I'm really sorry, because coefficient of z square, coefficient of z in constant term, they are real. So this is a real quadratic equation. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for your kind words. Has two distinct roots. On real line, z is equal to 1. On the line, real z is 1. Now, what does it mean? If I were to write its two roots, then let's say its two roots are z1 and z2. Its two roots are z1 and z2. Then z1 will be and z2 will be simply having their real part as 1. So if its real part is 1, then its imaginary part, let's say I call as y iota. Then of course, since it is a real quadratic, if one of its roots is 1 plus y iota, will I not say other root will be 1 minus y iota? Because they exist in conjugate pairs. We know that concept. Yes or no? I repeat, this is a real quadratic. If I am told it has two roots and both of the roots have their real parts as 1, So imaginary part I can take as y iota and minus y iota because they'll be conjugate pairwise. Now, I am told that it has, what are we given else? I think now I'll be saying alpha and beta are real. Yes. It has two distinct roots. So distinct they are. It is necessary. So what is necessary? Let's talk about that. So I'll do two things. First of all, let me talk about z1 plus z2. What is z1 plus z2? That is sum of the roots. What is sum of the roots? So sum of the roots is 1 plus y iota, 1 minus y iota. That is clearly y iota are cancelled. So 1 plus 1 is 2. But in our world, sum of the roots is minus b upon a. So that is minus alpha. So with that, we crack alpha is minus 2. Although, is it helpful? I don't know. But shall we talk about something else as well? So what is that? I think alpha is not what we are asked. So this is absolutely useless here in this question. But if we were asked alpha, you could have clearly told that this is 2. Sorry, minus 2. But we are asked something related to beta. I did not see the options. So now, beta means what? Product of the roots. Because beta by 1. So product of the roots here will be beta by 1, which is z1, z2. Z1 bar is mod z1 square. Z bar is mod z square. Even if you don't know that, 1 plus iota y, 1 minus iota y is 1 square y square. Yes or no? So this gives you 1 plus y square. Now we know y is purely real. This is its imaginary part. So iota is making it imaginary. Y will be a real number. No, you don't have to do this b square minus 4ac. Absolutely not, Saurav. I'll say y is purely real. So y square will be non-negative and 1 plus y square will always be greater than equal to 1. Yes or no? I hope you are getting it. There I know that y is absolutely a real number. It can be any real number. So shall I not conclude that beta is supposed to be greater than equal to 1? And if beta is supposed to be greater than equal to 1, I think option C. Although it can be 1 as well, but I am told it has complex roots, two distinct roots, so y cannot be 1. Y cannot be 0 technically, so it has to be greater than 1. So yes, option C, open interval 1 to infinity will be my correct answer. How many of you got this? And what idea or what logic did you try? Did you think of something else? Did you have some other idea, some other approach? Tell me. But I'm glad Saurav, Venkatesh and Vivid. Where are other participants now? What happened to the other students? And I'm glad most of you got it right. Everybody understood that. Shall I move towards the next question then? Let's see how many of you get it right. The next one. Great. Good to have you all. Again, it's a single correct. So let's start a poll and let's see how many of you get it right. Median of a set of 9 distinct observations is 20.5. Okay. Okay, Saurav. If each of the largest 4 observations of the set are increased by 2, then the median of the new set. So let's say there are total 9 observations. So if 9 observations are, let's say, n1, n2, or x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3 until x9. So let's say I'm arranging them in the ascending order. So x1 is the smallest, x is, and then x3 and x4, and until x9, this is the largest. So largest 4 observations will be what? X9, x8, x7, x6, and after that I'll be having what? These ones. So these are the total 9 observations. So I hope these are odd number of observations. Yes, trivial question. So this will be my median. This will be our median. And here what I'm doing is I'm increasing these observations by 2. I'm increasing these observations by 2. So even if you increase all of these observations by 2, I think it was 2. So if you are increasing all of these observations by 2, is this sequence in the ascending manner getting changed? No. It's not 2 times of the original median. No. That's where you commit the mistake. Again, x5's position will still remain x5 only because these 4, the largest one, are still increased by 2. This x5 will still stay at x5, which means median will stay median. So median will not get changed. So if you are asked median of the new set, it will still remain x5. It remains the same. Option D. If you are calling it trivial, I'm sure you are not making that silly error, which in a rush you may do. So people have marked option B and C. I don't know why. But yes, option D, Saurav, Yashash, and Vivid. That's brilliant. I'm glad you all got it right. I'm glad. So again, we are taking a 10 minutes break. Is that fine? So it is 3:45. I'll resume it at 3:55. Is that okay? I'll re-explain it, don't worry. But let's resume at 3:55. Is that okay? I'm taking classes till 11 o'clock in the morning today. So let me have a 10 minutes break and then we'll resume. Yes, median will remain same. That's exactly what I told you. Remains same. So let's take a 10 minutes break. Is that okay? And then we'll move towards 10 question. We'll move towards the next question. No worries, Jashodhra. No worries. I think something may have gone wrong. So take a break, hydrate yourself, stretch yourself. Don't stay seated for long, and then we'll meet after 10 minutes. So take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Hello, 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 hello. Vijay? चालू भी कर दिया क्या? ओके. Okay, so everyone, come back, come back, come back. The break is over. We are done with the break. If someone was asking regarding this question, if you are clearly seeing or noticing that what are we given here in this question, 9 observations. If you can hear my voice, come back, everyone. On your table, come back. If you have stretched, if you have hydrated yourself, if you have gone for a walk, come back now. We are still supposed to do a lot of questions for your IAT preparation. Shall we begin with our discussion? This question, if it was confusing you, I'm simply telling you a very basic idea. 9 observations. Let's say they are arranged in the ascending order. This means, let's say, fifth element here will be its median. If 4 of the largest 4 observations are increased by 2, then this observation still remains at this position only, even if they are arranged in the ascending order. Great, great. Good to have you all back. Which means what? This will still remain the median only. Everybody got this? Shall I move towards the next question with that? Yes or no? Let's solve this question, which is again a very good one. So let's see how do we get the answer to this question. Single correct. Let's see how many of you are getting it. Everyone, please pay attention. Let's solve this question together. Here we are. Alpha and beta are said to be that alpha minus beta lies between pi and 3 pi. Okay, we'll use that information. I am given that sine alpha plus sine beta to be this and cos alpha plus cos beta to be this. Okay, then we are asked the value of cos alpha minus beta by 2. Now, there are multiple ways of solving this question. There are indeed multiple ways of solving this question. One of the ways is I simply square both the sides, but that will create some calculation. If I square and add, cos square alpha, sin square alpha will be 1, sin square beta, cos square beta will be 1. I'll get 2 cos A cos B, 2 sin A sin B, that will be cos A minus B. So I'll get, but some calculation is needed to be done. So what is the other method? The other method is I apply sin C plus sin D here, cos C plus cos D here. And that also gives you the answer. So I think that is a little simpler because it seems that can be done with more ease because I think calculation will be simpler with that. So there are two approaches. Noticing that everyone, first approach, you square both the sides and you add. But this looks a little tricky with that squaring part, although it can be done with a lot of ease. Second method, I apply sin C plus sin D and cos C plus cos D. With that also, you crack this question. Did you understand both the approaches? Yes or no, everyone? All the participants, are you all sincerely watching this session? Everyone who's there attending it. So this sin C plus sin D, I hope you know, is sin. I hope sin C plus sin D is sin C plus D by 2 into into cos C minus D by 2, which is alpha and beta in our case. And that we receive as minus 21 by 65. Yes or no? Everybody getting that? Now here, this is cos C plus cos D. I hope you remember cos C plus cos D is clearly your, I hope you remember, if you forget these formulae, how do you derive them? Let's say, I'll tell you this very basic idea. Let's say we have cos A plus B and we have cos A minus B. So this is how you develop it. We know cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Do you remember them? And this is your cos A cos B. You can do it mentally as well if you ever forget this, but I'm just giving you a quick conclusion that you can add both of these. Great, great, great. That's brilliant. And when you add both of these, you get cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So this is your formula on the left hand side, and it is 2. Did I did 2 here? I'm really sorry, I did not do a 2 here. So this was supposed to be 2. With this, you get a 2 cos A cos B. Yes or no? 2 cos A cos B. I hope everybody is listening and understanding. Yes or no? But if I substitute a plus b by c for a while, so this is cos c plus a minus b if I substitute by cos d, I hope you are now clearly getting this is a, which is 2 cos a. So if a plus b is c, a minus b is d, a will be, I hope understanding, c plus d by 2. Yes or no? So this is cos c plus d by 2 and this is cos c minus d by 2. This is what you must have already learnt. And if you know this, your job is done. Your job is done. I think there we are creating a problem with this, that if I see or apply cos c plus cos d, I am seeing a problem because cos c plus cos d will give me this. And if I get this, yes, I am seeing a terrible problem here. What is the problem? I'll write and tell you that there is a problem, a simple problem here, which will not help us in solving it. Of course, there will be 2 here. So that 2 I'm already appending. So it is 2 cos alpha plus beta by 2 into cos alpha minus beta by 2. So I hope most of you must have realized the problem that, sir, if you do this, now if you divide, something which you wanted to figure out is getting eliminated. Yes or no? So we can do it this way, sir. Which way? Vivid. Square and add. I hope you are realizing it. If I do this method, I am getting stuck because if I divide both the equations, this part is getting cancelled by this part. And there, I'm not getting it. So rather, what I'll prefer doing is, I'll square and add. Understood this idea, everyone? Although this can also be used or done with some more changes, but let's not confuse it, or let's not get confused with this. I'll simply square and add. I'll not complicate it unnecessarily, right? So I'll square and add. That's a better approach. Everyone with me on this? So if I simply square and add, what do I get? Let's talk about that. Squaring and adding. I hope you're understanding. Sine square alpha cos plus cos square alpha is 1. Sine square beta plus cos square beta is also 1. Plus, I'll have 2 cos A cos B plus 2 sin A sin B. That means 2 cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. That is cos, I hope you're understanding, alpha minus beta. I hope you all know that. Yes or no? Everyone, give me a quick confirmation. Now that calculation, can somebody help me in the comment box? All the sincere ones. 21 square by 65 square plus 27 square by 65 square. Can somebody help me with this part? Is it same? 21 square plus 27 square. Is it 65 square only? Can somebody do that? 21 square and 27 square. How much is that? Let me just do it very quickly. Hold on for a while, students. I'm just doing it. Although it could be a Pythagorean triplet, I'm not verifying it. I'm just doing it. 21 into 21, that is 441. And then you have 27, I think that is 729. 729 plus 441 is 1170. So the numerator will be 1170. And what is 65? No, it is not. So I got to do it. 65 into 65, that is 4225. 4225. Let me correct it. I hope it is correct. Is there any other method? I don't think so. But I think this is what we will be getting. Yes or no? Because if both the sides are added after squaring, so this and this are added like this. Everybody with me on this? I hope there is no confusion. Or rather, shall I really do it like this? Anyways, some calculation is anyways involved here. So let me do that. So 1 and 1, that is 2. So I'll take this 2 to the other side. So this becomes this minus 2 here. And this becomes 2 cos alpha minus beta. Yes or no? This becomes 2 cos alpha minus beta. Yes or no, everyone? So 1170 minus double of it. Double of it means 4225 into 2. That is 8450 minus 1170. 7280. So 7280 with the negative sign. So it should be, although I think there could be some other approach as well, but I am getting this only 7280. Yes or no? That's what I'm getting in the numerator. And this needs to be divided by 2. So 7280 divided by 2, 3640. So there, this 2, if it cancels it, it leaves you with 3640, but of course with a negative sign. Tell me honestly, everybody got this? Everybody understood this idea? I hope there is no confusion on whatever is done so far. Sir, if you simplify this, you can simplify this. Let me cancel it by what? 5, because 25 will not do it because this is 40. So even if you do it by 5, can somebody simplify this? VVD method is good. Please check it. Sir, we get vulture. No, you will not, Saurabh, but I am a teacher. I can use that. Sir, other method, we can get 10a plus b by 2 and then construct a triangle and find sine a plus b by 2. But still, it will be very lengthy. That's vivid. Are you not realizing this? But Anutosh Das, dividing was not taking you there. Method is good. Yes, method is good. But I hope you're realizing calculation is anyways involved. So let me simplify this. Shall we? Or shall I skip that calculation? Shall I just tell you the approach? Will that be okay? Because calculation is there. I'll cancel it by 5 and I'll ultimately get the number. Is it divisible by some other number as well? Forget it. I have a number, let's say for a while, which is negative. Pay attention, everyone. Cos alpha minus beta. I am told alpha minus beta is between pi and 3 pi. Okay. Can you help me with alpha minus beta by 2? Sir, alpha minus beta by 2 will lie between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Yes or no? So pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, I hope you're realizing this is your pi by 2 and this is your 3 pi by 2, which means what? You are roaming in the third and fourth quadrant. Now you're roaming in the third and fourth quadrant. What about alpha minus beta? Pi and 3 pi. So this is, I hope you're realizing, pi. And of course, pi to 3 pi. So I am not getting something really substantial with this pi to 3 pi thing, because this is 0, pi, 2 pi, then 3 pi. So this is a whole 360-degree turn. So where are we getting stuck? Are we taking cos? So if I'm going to take cosine here, technically it will be negative in second and fourth. Okay, great. Brilliant observation. So yes, now I am saying that this alpha minus beta by 2 is from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, which means it is either second quadrant or third quadrant. And if I take cosine of alpha minus beta by 2, it will be in second and third, which means it is supposed to be negative. So I'll get two answers finally. So I'll take the negative value. Can I skip that calculation? Okay, now pay attention everyone. I'm telling you the final version of it. I hope you remember that identity where we have learned that cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Yes or no? So if I say for a while that theta, if I take as alpha minus beta by 2, so this I'll be writing it as cos alpha minus beta as 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2 minus 1. Maybe you could have simplified that calculation, maybe, but I am not doing that. Cos alpha minus beta you already have, which you can simplify. So that value you put here, which is minus 36404225. So if I'll quickly divide it by myself just to save some time, so 3640 by 5 is 728. It is not something really helpful. 728, and this is 4225. 4225 divided by 5 is 845. And is it divisible by 3, 7, 6? No, 2, no, 5. Okay, it could be, but I'm skipping it here. 728, 845. So this is 728, 845, right? So this is 728 and 845. I'm not calculating it. This minus 1 comes here. It is plus 1 is equal to 2 cos square alpha minus beta by 2. Now moving towards the final part. 845 minus 728. Let me quickly do that. 845 minus 728. That is 117. So this is 117 by 845 into 2 is equal to cos square alpha minus beta by 2. So calculation it is having, but maybe you could have simplified it. I don't know. I couldn't crack it. But this is where I'm getting stuck now. You take square root. It will come with plus minus, but I'll choose the negative value. So I hope you'll do it. Will you all? I am sure 845 into 2, how much is that? 845 into 2, if you take its square root, is it under root 130? Of course not. Maybe things will get cancelled. You simplify it by yourself. I think 13 may cancel it out. So with that, you will get the final result. Will you do that? Okay, Thunder is saying, sir, 3 square root 130 using triangle method. I think if you simplify this by taking the square root, you will get it. 117 and 845, of course, it will not cancel it. 845, of course, is not divisible by 117. I don't think so. No. But 845 could be divisible by 13. Yes. Perfect. So I hope you remember. This 117 is 9 times of it. It is 9 times of it. And this, if divided by 13, it is 65 times of it. 65 into 2 is 30, 130. So this is 3 by root 130 with plus minus for cos alpha minus beta by 2. There could have been some calculation based approaches which you could have adopted to make it simpler, but of course I'll not choose the plus one, I'll choose the negative one because we have already cracked that this should be negative. I totally get this. This was lengthy in terms of calculation. Unnecessary calculation was there. You could have simplified it, but I couldn't crack it. But there could have been some better approach to simplify the calculation. Otherwise, the question was easy, conceptually easy. Only the calculation part was a little challenging. Can I move ahead from here, all the participants? Here we are with the next part. Pay attention, everyone. The next question. For the previous question, I think, did I start a poll? So the previous question, it should be option C, option D. The answer will be option D. So I'm sure most of you got option D. Did you? Yes or no? Great. Vivid, Saurav, Venkatesh, and Yashash. That's brilliant. I'm glad you marked it correctly. Let us move towards the next question. What are we told with the next question again? Single choice based question. Let's see what does it say. A and B denote the statements where A is giving you this, B is giving you this, and then you need to say something about this, and then what is correct, what is wrong. That is what we need to evaluate. So I think I have started the poll. Shall we do it? Yes, yes. You will not. We get virtual calculator, so not to worry about calculation. Are you sure about that, Saurav? In IIT, are you provided a calculator? I'm not aware of it. Have you really read that entire brochure properly? Instruction manual? Okay, great. So with that, I'm moving towards the next question for the day. Let's solve it together. Here, if I look at this, there are multiple ways of doing it. I'll say, I want to create this. You have two choices. Either you expand this and try to conclude these two, or with these two, you reach to this. Vice versa, whichever you choose. Either way, if you are able to conclude it, your job is done. Getting my point, everyone? So what I'm thinking of doing is, from A and B, I'm trying to reach to this. I'm doing opposite of it. So if I'm able to do so, I think I'll be in a better position to conclude it. Getting my point, everyone? So what I'll do here is, first statement, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. If I square both these sides, I'll have cos square alpha. Can I write it as C if you're fine with that? So cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. A plus B plus C whole square is A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. I hope you know that. Great observation, Thunder. Great, brilliant. That's good. Okay, so with that, I'll be discussing this. So this will be 2 cos alpha cos beta plus 2 cos beta cos gamma plus 2 cos gamma cos alpha, and it should be 0. Same I'll get for this one, sin A, sin B, sin C, sin alpha, sin beta, sin gamma. So there will be the same expression. Instead of C, it will be just S. So that will give me S sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma plus 2 sin alpha sin beta plus 2 sin beta sin gamma plus 2 sin gamma sin alpha. Although you don't have to do it like this, you could have simply manually imagined this, right? You don't have to do all of this. So if I now add both of the equations, my job is done, because I hope everybody is noticing sin square alpha cos square alpha is 1, sin square beta cos square beta is 1, sin square gamma cos square gamma is 1. Now pay attention here. 2 if I take common, cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta, is it not 2 cos alpha minus beta? Is it not 2 cos beta cos gamma sin beta sin gamma? So that is cos beta minus gamma. And this 2 cos gamma cos alpha, 2 sin gamma sin alpha, that is 2 cos gamma minus alpha, and that whole is 0. Everybody getting this or not? I think the question is done with the next step. Why? 1 plus 1 plus 3, that goes the other side, minus 3 by 2. So I get cos alpha minus beta plus cos beta minus gamma plus cos gamma minus alpha as minus 3 by 2. So yes, we are able to do so, and that's exactly. But here we are given opposite of it. So I think I can go vice versa as well. Vice versa means if I have this, I can expand it and write it like this. And this can be written like this. And there I get it. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because it is a sum of these two things. And these two things can be clubbed as what? These. I hope you're understanding. Why am I saying its converse will be true? Let me be more factual here. Let me be more logical here. If you like logic, I'll say this I'll be writing as cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma whole square plus sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma whole square is equal to 0. This whole expression can be written into this. So this says that sum of the squares of two terms is 0. Sum of squares of two numbers is 0. That happens only when individually they are 0. And that's exactly what we are given in statement A and B. So if this is what we are given, I can conclude A and B are mandatorily supposed to happen, which means both A and B are true. You all must have marked option B. I'm sure some of you must have gone with option B. Yes or no, everyone? So with that, 71% people. Saurav, Vivid, Yashash, Rachit and Venkatesh. Who are these people who marked it as C? Rudra, I hope C will not be the correct. Both A and B are false. Absolutely not. Can you not see that? We have just proved it. Jashodhra, what is wrong? Are you not getting it? Everyone. Okay, shall we try the next question with this? Everyone, pay attention. This is again a beautiful question. What am I told? Let's start a poll again. So, single correct. Let's see this. Number of values of x in the interval 0 to 3 pi satisfying this equation. Okay, looks like a quadratic. 2 into 3 is minus 6. Can I get minus 6? I think plus 6 minus 1. So this I write as 2 sine square x plus 6 sine x. This is s, right? This is not 5. 6 sine x minus sine x minus 3 is equal to 0. I repeat, 6 minus 1 is 5. But 6 into minus 1 is minus 6. So splitting the middle term is working here. Yes or no, everyone? With this, if I were to conclude this, what will I be saying here is that, sir, you get sine x as minus 6 by 2, that is minus 3. Or you get sine x as minus of minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. I think the question is done. The question is done. Sir, sine x, if it is told to be minus 3, I doubt whether it is possible or not. But sine x 1 by 2, what am I asked? The number of solutions. I hope you know there are multiple ways of doing it. Shall I use the graphical approach? This is how the graph of sine x looks like. Yes or no? This is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi, and this is your 3 pi. So if somebody asks you, sir, where do you see it to be being pi by 2? I think these points will be pi by 2. Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? So these points over here are going to be 1 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of solutions must have been 4. Option A is going great. And with that, let's see how many of you got it right. Vivid and Venkatesh. What happened, students? 6 and 1. Why? How? Most probably. How can it be most probably? Okay, Saurabh, that's great. Thank you so much for your confirmation. So did you search for it? Did you Google it? How did you find it that it is provided? Everybody understood this solution, or shall I re-explain that? All the participants, be quick, be honest. Everybody listening and watching it, understanding it thoroughly. Shall I move towards the next question with that? Everybody, give me a quick response. Let's solve the next one. Again, a good one. How do we do it? Before we do it, let's do a poll and see how many of you get it right. Number of solutions of this equation, sine 3x is equals to cos 2x in this interval pi by 2 to pi. Okay. One of the ways of solving this question could be this. Sine 3x I keep as it is. Cos 2x, can I write it as sine 90 minus 2x? Because sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So can I do so? Yes or no, everyone? Okay, Vivid. Page 23 of the brochure. You don't use pool, you use poll. Rudra, come on. To use or participate in polls, you just download Pylens application from Google Play Store if you're watching it on your phone. And if you're watching it on the browser, on your laptop or desktop, then you can download it from Chrome Store. And then you can start using it. It is really simple. Yes, Alok, go ahead. Whatever is your concern, go ahead with that. I am continuing with this. I hope you remember that general solution for sine theta is equals to sine alpha is given by theta is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n alpha. Do you remember that? So if I use that, what is theta here? So theta is 3x. It is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n alpha. But what is alpha? Alpha is pi by 2 minus 2x. I hope nobody is getting confused with that. So is there any other approach or a better idea to do this, or shall we go ahead with this idea only? One more method I could have used. Sine 3x I can use. 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x cos 2x 1 minus 2 sine square x, and then I get a cubic equation. I solve it, and then yes, thunder, that's exactly, I could have done that. Yes, perfectly right, perfectly great. Or other one is this, which looks a little lengthy, but if I have started doing this, let me conclude with this only. Shall I? So the problem here is this part, because I need to go ahead with this. The two choices I'm going to have here, either n will be even or odd. So shall I do that division here? So n is either even, let me divide it into two cases, or n could be odd. So whenever n is even, it will be 3x is equal to n pi plus, because it is plus, pi by 2 minus 2x. And if n is odd, it will be 3x is equal to n pi minus, so minus when multiplied to this, it will be plus 2x. Yes or no? Getting it, everyone? So if I take this 2x to the other side, it is 5x. So x will be n pi by 5 plus pi by 10. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. And there, if I take this x will be n pi minus pi by 2. Luckily, they have shortened this to a very small, extent. So I can get the answer very quickly. I'll just try some different even values and odd values, and I'll get the answer. Let's say I try n as 0, because if I try n as minus, it will be minus 2 pi by 10. So it will be negative, discarded. So if I take n as 0, it will be pi by 10. So first value will be pi by 10, but does pi by 10 qualify? I don't think so, because pi by 10 is what? 180 by 10, 18 degree. I need to consider it from 90 degree to 180 degree. I hope you're understanding it. This is also how you could notice it. So this does not qualify as an acceptable solution. Then n I try as 2, getting it? Because I'm supposed to try even value. So if I try n as 2, it is 2 pi by 5. So 2 pi by 5 plus pi by 10. 4 pi by 10 plus pi by 10, which is 5 pi by 10. 5 pi by 10 is pi by 2. So other solution will be pi by 2. But there is open interval here. So pi by 2 is also discarded, despite being a solution, not accepted, because we are looking in the open interval. If I try another value of n, which is even, let's say 4. So this is 4 pi by 5. 4 pi by 5 I can write as 8 pi by 10 plus pi by 10, which is 9 pi by 10. And 9 pi by 10 is less than pi. So yes, this is my first acceptable value. And after this, I am realizing the other values will be greater than pi. Great. That's also good approach. Good approach. Really good approach. Saurabh, what you're suggesting, I'm not able to get that. How did you get that general idea? Can you help me with that? Everybody understanding it? How am I reaching till 9 pi by 2? And afterwards, I'll start getting greater values, because I hope you're seeing the pattern here. Yes or no, everyone? Then here, if I take n to be odd, so I'll begin with 1. Pi minus pi by 2, that's again pi by 2, discarded. If I take n as 3, the other odd value, minus pi, of course, I cannot take, minus 1 I cannot take, so I'll take 3. So 3 pi minus pi by 2, I hope you're realizing that is 3 pi minus pi by 2 is 2.5 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, which is already greater, so I'll not get any solution here. So I'm getting only one acceptable solution, which is 9 pi by 10. So number of solutions should be 1. Yes or no? Everybody got this? Only one acceptable value I got. Option A should be marked correctly by you. Rachit, Saurav, Shubhankar. Shubhankar is a good new entry. Vivid. Who is this D option? Can you tell me? And why are you getting it wrong? What did you do there? Okay, great. With this, let's solve the next question. Again, we are starting a poll. Single correct. Let's see how do we get to the answer to this question. Everyone with me so far? What is this saying? Let's see. Question. It says cos inverse x minus cos inverse y by 2 is alpha. Then they are asking you the value of this expression. Okay. How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Okay, I'll use this identity only, which you must have learned in ITF, that cos inverse x minus cos inverse y by 2 is, it's like again the same identity. Do you remember that? So there I'll say it will be given by cos inverse of, I hope you remember, x into y by 2. So that is x into y by 2. And there is minus, so it should be plus here, under root over 1 minus x square times under root over 1 minus y by 2 whole square, which is 1 minus y square by 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that we are given as alpha. Yes or no? Everybody got this? Everybody got this? Yes or no? So I'll try to simplify this into something like this. And if I am able to do so, my job is totally done, right? So what I'm thinking of doing is, sir, simply do nothing. But only thing that you need to do is that I can take it as cos alpha. If I take cosine on both the sides, taking benefit of doubt. So with this, I will say that here it becomes 4 minus y square. The LCM is 4, and that 4 here comes out of the under root sign as 2, and that 2 with this 2 comes out as 1 by 2, and that 1 by 2 I push here as 2 cos alpha. Can I do that? Everybody understood that step? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? And with that, one last thing which I'm willing to do is I need to form this 4xy cos alpha. We can, very easily we can. If I push this xy on the right hand side, if I push this xy on the right hand side, it becomes minus xy. The job is done. Trust me, if you square both these sides, you'll get this expression only. What do I mean by that? Let's square both these sides. So if I square this, it will be 1 minus x square into 4 minus y square, and what do I get there? A minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square. So this is 4 cos square alpha. Okay, that I may probably get, and the next term will be 2 into 2, 4 xy cos alpha. Now pay attention everyone, it's merely a question on simply arrangement. Saurav Jain is saying 3. Yes, that's exactly what I'm also doing. Saurav Jha. Right? Now with this, what I get next is, okay, so 4 into 1, that is 4. This is minus 4x square. This is minus y square, and there you get x square y square. Shall I write it here only so that we can save some time? So I hope it's fine. 1 into 4 minus 4x square minus y square and x square y square. So shall I do it here? So I'll write it here only. 4 minus 4x square minus y square plus x square y square. Is that okay, everyone? Then I hope you are noticing one thing clearly. X square y square are cancelled. Then I'm still left with few terminologies. Let me restructure this now. Let me restructure this whole now. I am doing one thing. This 4x square and y square I'm pushing on the right hand side, and this 4 cos square alpha I'm bringing on the left hand side. So when you do that, it becomes 4 into 4 cos square alpha. So that is 4 minus 4 cos square alpha. And on the right hand side, what you now get is 4x square plus y square minus this, which is this only, which is exactly this, the question which we are asked to solve. So question is equal to this, which is 4 times 1 minus cos square alpha, which is what? Sine square alpha. So 4 sine square alpha, I think we are given in option C. Everybody understood that, or shall I re-explain this? Tell me honestly, all the participants, did you all get this? Again, some of you got option A, I don't know why, but Jashodhara, Saurav and Venkateshu. Everyone comfortable with this? Yes or no? All the participants, or shall I repeat it? Give me a quick response. Did you all get the whole idea? All the participants, yes or no? Yes or no? Now, moving towards the next question. This says something related to coordinate. Let's solve this. Again, we are starting a poll. What are we told? Equation of the straight line passing through the point 4, 3 and making intercepts on the coordinate axis whose sum is -1. So I'll say hit and trial. Hit and trial means what? Try options. Let's say options are not given. For example, let's say y. So I'll say I'll do it like this: x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. There, if it passes through 4, 3, 4 by a plus 3 by b is equal to 1. Yes or no? And sum of its intercepts, that means a plus b, is supposed to be minus 1. So either you solve these two equations and get the final values of a and b and put them here. Or other idea, I'll say that whichever option here satisfies 4, 3 and sum of the intercepts as minus 1 will be my answer. Let me check it with option A. So this is 2 and minus 3. Sum is minus 1, sum is minus 1. So A could be answer. 2 and minus 3, sum is minus 1. 2 plus 3, wrong. I hope you're getting it. 2 plus 3, I'm really sorry, there is minus 1 here. So still, even if it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 would have been minus 5. So at least I am left with option A and option B. Now let me check it for 4, 3. Whichever option gets satisfied by 4, 3 will be my answer. Are you getting? Both the approaches are absolutely simple. So 4, 3, if I put here, shall I try it here first? I am thinking that option B is also wrong because there is a problem with option B. Because if you put a minus 1 here, this is minus and this is plus, and 3 minus 2 is 1, but sum is minus 1. So you don't have to check it by 4, 3. This is absolutely useless here in this question. By simply applying this condition that sum of the intercept should be minus 1, that is happening with option A only, and that's your answer. Getting it or not, everyone? Or shall I re-explain this? Easy, doable, with hit and trial only. And how many of you got option A? Let's check it quickly. Option A, I'm sure some of you must have done. Some of you must have done. Great. So we have one more person among us. It is Spider-Man, Vivid, Yashash, Saurav, and Jashodhara. And Spider-Man did it in 50 seconds. Good. Who is this guy, Spider-Man? Can I know that? May I know that? Okay. With this, let's move towards the next question. Again, a good one, a brilliant one. Again, we'll conduct a poll in this question. Options are there, so single choice. We are told vertex of a triangle is 1, 1. Midpoints of two sides through this vertex are these when the centroid of the triangle is. Okay. So first of all, there is a triangle. Okay, there is a triangle. And in this triangle, the vertex is given by 1, 1. Yes, 1, 1. And through this vertex, there are two sides. Of course, it will be AB and AC. So midpoints here are given by minus 1, 2 and 3, 2. Yes or no, everyone? Absolutely, Saurav. Absolutely. With this, I'll say that can you not help me with coordinates of B and C and your job will be done? Yes or no? Or the other method is you find midpoint of BC, which is not useful here in this case. So I'll say double of this minus this will be this. So 3 into 2, 6 minus 1 is 5. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, that is 3. Double of this minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3. 4 minus 1, that is 3. So I think I have ABC both. Centroid, I hope you remember, is given by 1 plus 5 minus 3. x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Do you remember that? So there I'll say 1 plus 5, 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 by 3 is 1. Are we given 1? 1 we are given in only one option, option C. So I don't have to check it further for the other coordinate. That is given in only one option. Luckily, your option C will be the answer. Everybody got this, or shall I re-explain this? So Vivid and Jashodhara got it right. That's brilliant. That's great. Everybody understood this. All the participants who couldn't solve it in time. Are you getting it? How are we solving it? Yes or no? Let's solve the next question. What are we told here in this question? Okay, so again, let's do a poll. Let's see what is this question saying to us. This question says there is a circle. It touches x-axis and also touches the circle with center at 0, 3. And that circle has radius 2. Okay. Then locus of this center, locus of the center of that circle is ellipse, circle, hyperbola or parabola. Okay, let's try and work it out. Let's try and work it out. What are we given? A circle touches the x-axis and also touches this circle, which is centered at 0, 3 means y-axis and radius 2. So let me try and draw it so that you get more clarity here. So let's say if this here is your y-axis, this could be the x-axis, and with this there is a circle. There is a circle which is, I'm really sorry, which is centered at 0, 3 and it is having radius 2. So if it is having radius 2, I hope you're understanding, 0, 3, 2 distance below if I come, so it will be intersecting it at 0, 1. So this is how that circle will look like. Which circle, sir? The circle which is centered at 0, 3 and it is having radius 2. Absolutely understandable. Now there is one more circle, sir. And the beauty of that circle is that that circle touches x-axis. So I'm randomly taking just another circle like that. So this circle fulfills two things here. Which two things? Which two things? That this circle here touches the x-axis and this circle touches this circle. So I hope this is only how it will be touching it. So if you just draw it by yourself, you will start getting the idea that this is how the circle will keep on coming. This is how the circle will keep on coming and the center will be a parabola. No worries, Sakshi, I think we are here for you. So I hope you have started noticing it. If you start creating those circles only without even solving it mathematically, you will start seeing a parabola coming into picture. Let's say you don't get it. Okay. Then, sir, what else can be done? I'll say there is one more approach. What is that? I'm asked the locus. So center I'm assuming to be h comma k. I hope I can do that. And its radius, I hope you're understanding. Let's say here it is. So its radius will be what? This distance. Yes or no? This distance, is it clearly not the y coordinate, which is mod k here? So mod k will be the radius of this circle. Yes, pure imagination. Absolutely, absolutely, Rudra. A parabola it is going to be. Good observation. But although if you want a better explanation, a logical proof, yes, through observation also you can crack it. Brilliant. Now, what I'm saying here is that, sir, if they are touching each other, then sum of their radii should be equal to the distance between their centers. So distance of h comma k from 0, 3 will be given by h minus 0 whole square plus k minus 3 whole square inside an under root. That under root I'm putting as a square here should be sum of their okay, so appreciating yourself. Radii is 2 and r respectively. Radii are 2 and r. Sorry, r is mod k. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Give me a quick update. For a while, just to keep it simple and just for the ease, instead of mod k, I'm taking it as k because it is going to lie above the x-axis only. It cannot go below the x-axis. I hope you are already noticing it. If it is supposed to be touching x-axis, it is going to lie above the x-axis. And if it is lying above the x-axis, it is going to be k only. It is not going to be mod k. So I don't have to introduce mod k. It is going to be k only. Getting my point, everyone? So I can directly write it as k only. So if I simplify it now, what I get is h square plus k square plus 9 minus 6k is equal to 4 plus k square plus what? 4k. I think k square are cancelled. And then what else am I left with? H square is equal to everything I'm pushing there. So it is 10k minus 9. Is it not simply x square is equal to 10y minus 9? That's clearly a parabola. Everybody with me. Option D will be your answer. Great. So Spider-Man, Vivid, Jashodhara, Yashash, Saurav, Venkateshu, everyone. Brilliant. Great. You with visualization. Yes, I'm glad most of you tried with visualization only, and that was supposed to be done with simple visualization as well. This question, let's again do a poll and let's see how many of you get it. Shall we? So again, we are starting a poll. Pay attention, everyone. What are we told? That there is a circle. C be the circle with center origin, okay, and radius 3. The equation of the locus of the midpoints of the chords, okay, locus of the midpoints of the chords of this circle only, which is subtending 2 pi by 3 at its center. Okay, I hope you got it. If you are not getting it, let me just try and help you with this. There is this circle, and this circle, of course, has a center and of course has a radii. Now, there is a chord in this circle. Let's assume that this is that chord. And the beauty of this chord is that this chord here is subtending an angle 2 pi by 3 at its center. So this angle over here is 2 pi by 3. Everybody getting this? Now we know this very clearly that from center, if I drop a perpendicular, it bisects the chord. So this and this will be bisected, and this will be the midpoint of the chord, and it is a perpendicular as well. So if the whole angle was 2 pi by 3, I need not tell you this will be pi by 3. Yes or no, everyone? I think the job is totally done because this here is your radius, which is 3. I'm asked the equation of the locus of the midpoints. First of all, you have studied it already, that the new circle which will be drawn, that also is going to be a circle first of all. That also is going to be a circle first of all. And that circle, I hope you know this. You have studied it. Yes, we all want to. Okay. Viprashis is our spoiler man. Then I'm the math man. So here we are. I hope you know that this locus of the midpoints, which is subtending a fixed angle at the center, which is 2 pi by 3. So this chord will keep rotating. I hope you can imagine this chord rotating here. So that locus is going to be center. That again you could have stated by simple visualization only. Let's say you don't know that. Sir, we don't know that. How do we visualize it? Okay, forget that. How do we work it out? I'll say that here, are you not noticing this simple idea that forget that there is a circle. I'm just interested in working out the locus. So forget all of this, that you know that it is going to be a circle. This is that midpoint h comma k, and its locus you are interested to find out. So will I not say that, sir, I hope this is what we are interested to find out, the equation of the locus of the midpoints. So what condition do I or can I apply here? Everybody give me a quick update. I will say that, sir, this is a circle which is centered at origin 0, 0. Yes or no? And it is subtending an angle, what? 2 pi by 3. So this is an angle. This is a side. This is also a side. So angle, base and hypotenuse. Shall I not use cos? So I'll say cos pi by 3 here will be base upon hypotenuse. What is base? Sir, base is h square plus k square inside and under root. I hope you're understanding it. This is inside and under root, so I'm raising it to power 1 by 2. And divided by hypotenuse, that is 3. Everybody got this? Cos pi by 3, that's cos 60, which is of course 1 by 2. This 3 is pushed there, that is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 when squared gives you 9 by 4 is equals to x square plus y square. So this is clearly first of all a circle, concentric with this circle, origin 0, 0. And radius, if I am asked, it is 3 by 2 whole square. Radius is 3 by 2, it should be 3 by 2 whole square. So option D would have been the correct answer. Did you all get this? Although you could have done it with intuition also, with the same observation kind of concept if you are thinking of applying. So I think we got option D, Vivid, Jashodhara and Saurav. What happened to Spider-Man? Yes, great, Saurav Jha. That's brilliant. Yes, Viprashis, what happened, boy? So here we are with the next question for the day. Again, a good one. Okay, good one means good for IAT, your IISER Aptitude Test. Let's solve this question, everyone. Are you all there? Everyone with complete focus, dedication, and consistency watching it. Here we are told A is non-zero, and this line 2bx plus 3cy plus 4d passes through the points of intersection of this parabola and this parabola. The moment you read them, something must come to your brain. I hope this parabola y square is equal to 4x will clearly be this stage, so that's fine. But in the examination hall, don't let it happen. Am I clearly audible and visible, everyone? Is it going great? I hope the stream is not lagging. You all can hear me properly, everyone. Am I clearly visible and audible, all the participants? I hope stream is not lagging. Everyone, give me a quick response. Are we going great? Great. Okay. Let's take a 5 minutes break. Shall we resume afterwards? So I'm taking a 5 minutes break and then we'll resume. So it is 45. I'll resume at 4:50. We'll resume at 4:50, right? 5 minutes break. And then we'll resume. Let me have some water and everything. And we'll So everyone, if you can hear me, come back, come back, come back. I hope you had water, you walked a little, you stretched yourself, and then again, we'll resume our discussion after this short break. Everybody, with me on this, shall we assume? Can you all hear my voice? Can you all see me? Can you all see this question? How many of you have already done it? So the poll is already going on. I'm sure most of you must have already started solving this. So first of all, I am seeing if I were to solve this, because this line passes through the point of intersection of these two parabolas. So if I could find the point of intersection of these two parabolas, my job will be done. So if I do that, this x or this y, whatever I do or whatever I replace from here, so shall I say that I get y? So if I write y from here, it will be x square by 4a, yes or no? So y I get as x square by 4a, and that value if I substitute here, what will I get? Y if I replace by x square by 4a, so this is x square by 4a whole square is equals to 4ax. Getting it or not, everyone? So of course, the moment you see it, yes, 0, 0, 4a, 4a, as we all know. If you don't know that, this is how you do it. Everyone, pay attention. Great, Rudra. That's brilliant. Good, 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 good. Brilliant. Okay, Vivid, thank you so much. So I'll get this x square, which is of course x to the power 4. This is 4 into 4a. I hope I'm not making any mistake here. Am I? X square, this is 4a square. So yes, it will be 4a square into 4a, that is 4a cube, and x is there. So this x cancels this x to the power 4 and leaves you with x cube, because x being 0, we have already considered, and when x is 0, y will be 0. So origin was already a point of intersection. We know that through visualization as well. Then x cube is 4a cube, so we crack that x is 4a, and if I replace the value of x as 4a, so this y is also clearly 4a. So I hope you know this. This is a general result which you should remember, that your points are going to be 0, 0 and 4a, 4a. Yes or no? Now, if this is the line we have gotten, and we are told that this is the line which is passing through the point of intersection of this, I hope 0, 0, 4a, 4a, what does it mean? Does it not mean that the line is y is equals to x? What is the line? The line is y is equals to x. So for us, the line is x minus y is equal to 0. So the moment you see this, I hope you have cracked it. I hope you all are realizing this, that if I compare it with the coefficients, I hope now you must have gotten this idea absolutely and clearly that, sir, here 1 upon 2b, I hope you're getting it, should be equal to minus 1 upon 3c, minus 1 upon 3c should be equal to, I hope everybody is noticing, 1 upon 2b should be equal to minus 1 upon 3c should be equal to 0 upon 4d. Yes or no? Am I making any mistake here? Because if I do so, it will be creating some problem. In that case, how do I come up with that conclusion? Did I solve it correctly? This line passes through the points of intersection of the parabolas. So it was 4a. Right, so the line is y is equals to x. If the line is y is equals to x, then x minus y is 0, right? So if x minus y is 0, one more approach we have, which I could have used here, that means if I make it pass by 0, 0, I'll get d as 0. So d square will be 0. Yes. And yes, that is also a good approach rather than thinking of it in this sense, but this is also a good approach. Yes, please pay attention. I'll share this simple idea here. Don't let it make it look like this. This I can say that 2b, from here also I can say 2b is equal to minus 3c, which means 2b plus 3c is 0. 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 And we already know there is no constant term here, which means d is also supposed to be 0. So d is 0 and 2b plus 3c is 0. That means sum of their squares will be 0. Option D. Yes, that also can be done. Brilliant observation. Good. Due to symmetry, we can argue. Yes, 3 is correct. Absolutely, Vivid. Everybody understood that. So I think option D, most of you must have marked. Let's see how many of you got it right so that we can move ahead with the Next question. Still a lot of you marked A, B, and C. I don't know why, but still great. Spider-Man again. Yashash and Saurav Jha. That's great. Good, good, good. Brilliant. Shall we move towards the next question then? What does it say? It says eccentricity. Again, we'll start a poll. So we are told here in this question that eccentricity of an ellipse with its center at the origin, standard I think, is 1 by 2. If one of the directrices is 4, x is equal to 4, then the equation of the ellipse. Okay, pay attention everyone. Eccentricity is 1 by 2. Directrices, I hope you know, if it is an ellipse, a by e. I hope you remember that. So this x is 4. So x is equal to a by e. So 4 is equal to a by e. Do you remember that? X is equal to a by e. That's the... Give me a moment, everyone. Give me a moment. So we know x is equal to a by e is your directrix. Yes or no? A by e and minus a by e. So here a will be 4e. I hope you are concluding a will be 4e. What is e? E is 1 by 2. So a is 2. Now, for ellipse, we know e square is given by 1 minus b square by a square. For hyperbola, it is plus. So again, e square will be 1 by 4. This is 1 and this is b square by a square. So b square is b square, a square is 4. Yes or no? Getting it or not, everyone? So b square by 4 will be 1 minus 1 by 4. So b square by 4 is 3 by 4. So b square will be 3. Everybody getting this? Yes or no? So equation of the ellipse will be x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So 3x square plus 4y square is equals to 12. Option B should have been marked by most of you. Again, somebody marked option A. Why? Saurav and Vivid, that's brilliant. I'm sure you use the same idea or any other approach. Shall we try the next question with this? Okay, I'm starting the poll again. Let's see how many of you get it right. This one, pay attention everyone. Focus of an ellipse is at the origin. So again, at the origin, that I think, is it the same question? No, this time the data is same, but they are asking you length of semi-major axis. The question is absolutely same. This is same in terms of data. I hope you're understanding. Ellipse, directrix is 4. In the previous question also, the directrix was 4. And even eccentricity is 1 by 2. I think in previous question also, the eccentricity is 1 by 2. So I'll use the previous question only. What am I asked in this question? Length of semi-major axis. So semi-major axis what? 2a. I hope you're remembering that. Major axis is your 2a. So a is 2. So semi-major axis will be 1. Am I doing any mistake here? Length of semi-major axis. If the data is correct, directrix is the line x is equals to 4. Am I making any mistake here in this question? And the eccentricity is 1 by 2. I repeat, this is the same question, right? Origin 1 by 2 is your eccentricity. Ellipse is there. Directrix is 4. There also directrix is 4. One of the directrices. Length of the semi-major axis. So I think it is correct. The value of A we cracked as 2. Yes or no, everyone? So if the value of A was 2, no, answer will be 2, right? Answer will be 2, but 2 is also not given. Am I making any mistake here in this question? Or I think there is something wrong here. Are you all not noticing that semi-major axis means what? The value of A, because major axis is 2a. So semi-major axis will be A, and A I think we have already cracked in the previous question was 2. Shouldn't it be 4? No, no. Major axis, the length of the major axis will be 2a. That should have been 4. So length of semi-major axis will be A only. That's 2. I think there is something wrong with this question. So skip it. Skip it. I'm just moving ahead with this. Just moving ahead with this. Okay. So I am now moving towards the next question. We need to skip it. Correct option. Then. Okay. Somebody marked option A. I don't know why. Okay. Moving ahead with this. Let's solve the next question. Everybody understood that? Yes, the data was wrong. Thank you so much, Jashodhara. Okay, okay, great. One focus is at origin. Are we told that? No, we are not told that. With its center at the origin, I think. Okay, focus of an ellipse is at the origin. Okay, 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 okay. Now, okay, okay. There is nothing wrong with this question. This is absolutely correct question. I did not read it properly. I'm really sorry. Let me restart this question. I did not read it. I did not read it properly. This is not that same question. This is a little different. Yes, thank you so much, Vivid, for highlighting it. There is a change here. Our focus of an ellipse is at the origin. Pay attention, everyone. Let me try and help you with its proper visualization. There is your ellipse. Of course, this is your ellipse. And with this ellipse, if you draw its major axis, this is how you draw its major axis. And we are told that one of the foci here is at the origin. I hope nobody is confused with whatever is being done. So this is your major axis, first of all. Yes or no? No, the data is absolutely correct, Jashodhara. Let me correct it. Pay attention, everyone. Whenever I'm told directrix is x is equal to 4, that means what? That means, of course, this could be a standard ellipse because directrix is parallel to y-axis. So standard ellipse it should be. Now, pay attention, everyone. If x is equal to 4 is one of your directrices, so this is your line, x is equal to 4. Now, here, if you pay attention to this, of course, this point is going to be 4, 0, if this is your x-axis, no doubt about that. And on the left of it, there will be 0, 0. One focus is at origin, yes. So, yes. So I'll say this point here is your origin, which we know for us is usually AE, 0. Everybody getting that? Yes or no? All the participants. I hope there is no confusion on that. And this will be the other foci. I hope no confusion on that. And this distance here, this is your midpoint. Midpoint means this will be the center of the ellipse. Yes or no? Now pay attention, everyone. The job ends with the idea that directrix is given as 4 and eccentricity is 1/2. Okay, then the length of the semi-major axis. Okay. Shall I still not say that, sir, from the center, whatever this point is going to be, we do know that from this point to this point, that distance will still be A by E. In terms of distance, will I not say so? This will be A by E, where again, I am saying that this is its, this here is its, what? The length of the major axis. Yes, it is the shifted ellipse. Very good observation. That's exactly what I was supposed to tell you. That instead of origin, center is usually at the origin, but it is shifted on the left-hand side. So this could be some point here. Everybody getting it or not? All the participants. Now with this, I am told length of the semi-major axis. So this again, I am asked this value only. I am told directrix is x is equal to 4, right? Directrix is x is equal to 4. Eccentricity is 1/2, right? Eccentricity is 1/2, that we know. For a while, if I take it like this, what do I mean by that? This length is of course going to be 2a, because if it is a shifted, then let's say for a while, I'll make you go through it. Let's say this point here, it is the center, which is given by alpha, 0. Getting it, everyone? Yes, distances will be same, formulae will remain same if you are getting it. So all I'm saying is the equation here will be x square upon, sorry, it is shifted. So it is x minus alpha whole square by a square plus y-axis is still there only. So it will be x coordinate got shifted, right? It is still on the x-axis. So this will be y square by b square is equal to 1. So it is still having the same formula. Yes or no? If I talk about the major axis, it is 2a. If I talk about the formula, a slight change here will be this, that this will get changed for the directrix. I hope no confusion on that. And still, length of major axis will remain same. This foci formula will remain same except for a simple change. Let's say previously, foci used to be AE, 0. But this time, it used to be at a distance AE from origin. So this time, do you not think that this origin here is of course your AE, 0, but with this alpha? Getting my language? Yes or no, everyone, all the participants. If you want to get into the details of this, although this can be done with some simple decent formulae, although if you want to understand what is happening internally, then you can go ahead with these conclusions as well. So here, I am asked finally the semi-major axis, length of the semi-major axis. So I'll say semi-major axis means this length. So I'll use the basic idea here. This distance, I hope for a standard ellipse, we know that this distance is your AE. This distance is always AE, yes or no? And this whole distance, we know is always A by E. Everybody listening and understanding, yes or no? So what I do is from A by E, if I subtract AE, will I not be getting this distance? But will that be helpful? Will that be useful? No, that will not be useful. So what should I do? Any idea, any hint, any suggestions? Because I'm getting stuck with the thought process here. What is 2AE? This will be 2AE. That's 2A. If I subtract it, I don't think this will help me anyways. Any other ideas or suggestion, anyone? Because what else shall be done? Length of the semi-major axis. Simple question it is. Where are we getting stuck then? Eccentricity is 1 by 2. I have not noticed it yet. So if eccentricity is 1 by 2, how can I use it? Shall I use it? Okay. In terms of distances, it will be A by E and AE, but it gets changed because of the shifting, right? So I'll say that here it is usually x is equal to A by E, but this time it will be x is equal to alpha plus A by E. Yes or no? Center is h comma 0, h is AE. No, h is not AE, h is minus AE. Yes, h is AE. Good, Saurabh Jha. We know the distance between A focus and the directrix is 4. Focus between one of the focus and directrix is 4. Okay, so we know that this distance is 4. Absolutely correct. This distance is 4. Yes, good observation. Yes, perfectly aligned with your thought. Perfectly aligned with your thought. Yes, that's correct. And this distance here is what? This distance here is your AE distance, right? Because this is AE comma 0 in our world. But if this is alpha, I'll say distance wise, this is alpha. Although it will be on the negative side of x-axis, so shall I not keep it as this? But is it going to help us anyways? So this whole is 4 plus alpha. Okay, and that should be A by E. That should be A by E. But am I not complicating it? And skip it for a while. We'll do it in the end, right? Forget this for a while. We know the distance. Forget it for a while. I'll get it done in the end. Let's not confuse it. I am already taking a class since morning 11 o'clock, so I am now losing my patience. Forget that. We'll do it in some time. I'm skipping it. So I'm just stopping the poll. We'll do it again, but let me focus on this question. Are you all okay with that? So let's start the next question. Forget that previous question. We'll definitely do it in the end, but right now let's focus on this question. Again, a single choice. Yes. Let's get started with this question. What are we given here in this question? It says locus of a point P alpha comma beta. Something really simple and silly there. We are simply not able to highlight that, but it can be done with some simple idea. We'll do it. Anyways, we'll do it. Locus of a point alpha comma beta moving under the condition that the line y is equal to alpha x plus beta is a tangent to this parabola. Okay. So if it is a tangent to the parabola, do you remember? Great, we'll do it. If you got it, if you got the logic for that question, do tell me in the comment box. I'll definitely get it discussed. But otherwise, just to save your time, I'll do it in the end. Is that okay? So here we are. P is alpha comma beta under the condition. So this is a line. I hope you remember, if there is a line y is equals to mx plus c, and if there is a hyperbola x square upon a square minus y square upon b square is equal to 1, then the condition for tangency, can you write that in the comments? Can somebody quickly write distance from focus to directrix? Yes, a by e minus ae. Find a, that's it. Great Saurav. Brilliant. Perfect. So a by e is your directrix, ae is your foci. And if I subtract, find that difference, this is 4. 4 is a by e minus ae. Are you sure? Let me talk about that again. This whole distance is your 4. No, this distance is 4, Saurav. This distance is 4. This is a by e and this is a. Perfect. Totally aligned. Yes, absolutely. So we don't have to unnecessarily complicate it. Great idea. So what I'll simply suggest you to do here is that, sir, this distance here, whole distance is a by e. Yes or no? And this distance we all know is what? AE. And the beauty here lies with this, that this is 0, 0, this is 4, 0. So this distance we have already cracked as 4. So if you could visualize that, I think the job was done. Very good observation, sir. Thank you so much for highlighting it. So I'll be doing this question with the simple idea that a by e minus ae should be written as 4. Thank you so much for your kind suggestion. E is 1 by 2. So this is 2a minus a by 2. That is your 4 here in this case. Yes or no? 2a minus a by 2 is clearly 3a by 2. Yes or no? So this is 3a by 2, which is 4. So a will be 8 by 3 and a is your semi-major axis, which is 8 by 3. Option A should have been marked by most of you. Very good observation. Yes or no? Great, great, great. That's good, students. I'm glad some of you got it. Now, I was asking you the condition for tangent. Say if there is a line y is equals to mx plus c, which is a tangent to a hyperbola x square upon a square minus y square upon b square, then we know c square is given by a square m square minus b square. That's the condition for tangency. Do you remember that? Yes or no? And if I apply that, the job will be done within few seconds. What is c square? Sir, c is beta there. So beta square will be given by a square. What is a square? Sir, a square is a square. What is m square? Sir, m square is alpha. So this is alpha square minus b square. So b square is b square. That's what we have gotten. Yes or no? Now we are asked locus of this point alpha comma beta. Yes or no? So alpha and beta can be taken as x and y respectively. So this, if I take it on the other side, this b square if I take here, so this will be a square x square minus y square should be equal to b square. I hope you clearly see it happening. If you don't, let me do it more simply to you or for you. X square upon, this will be b square by a square, this will be y square upon b square is equal to 1. I hope you are clearly noticing that is again nothing but a hyperbola. Did I start a poll? I think I forgot to. Okay, we did. So answer will be option D. Let's quickly see how many of you got this. Nobody? What happened? Let's solve the next one then. There comes another question for us. Again, an input type single choice. So let's do a poll. Everybody listening and understanding, all the participants, shall we do it? Everybody, are you all there? Great. Here, eccentricity of the hyperbola, whose length, now hyperbola is the length of the lattice rectum. I hope you remember 2b square by a, and length of its conjugate axis is equal to half of the distance between its foci. The same funday, the same formula if you apply, your job will be done. Eccentricity of the hyperbola we need to work out. Length of the lattice rectum. So we are told length of the lattice rectum 2b square by a is given as 8. One result. Length of the conjugate axis. So conjugate axis, I hope you remember, is equal to half of the distance, right? Do you remember that? Yes or no? So length of the conjugate axis, that is 2a, is given by equal to half of the distance between its foci. So AE, distance between its foci is 2AE, yes or no? I'm really sorry, it's conjugate axis, right? It's conjugate axis, I'm really sorry. I am now losing my focus. It is already, okay, leave it. I repeat, conjugate axis, which means it should be 2b, yes or no? I hope there is no problem so far. So we have this equation, so I think we need one more equation, and that we know for an hyperbola, e square is given by 1 plus b square by a square, right? So what are we going to do? I'll say this cancels this, so it leaves you with AE. So 2b you receive as AE. From here, I'll say b square I write as b square I write as 4a. Can I do so? So there I'll say b square will be 4a. Give me a quick update, everyone. And b square, if it is 4a, yes, we'll do it very quickly. E, I receive as 2b by a. What are we asked? Eccentricity of the hyperbola. Okay, so let me quickly get it done. Everyone paying attention here. So this is E, 2b by a. So what is E square? Sir, E square will be, pay attention everyone, E square will be 4b square by a square. Yes or no? E square will be 4b square by a square is equal to 1 plus b square by a square. So if I take this b square by a square on the left hand side, it is 3b square by a square. So b square by a square, I receive as, I think this is 3. So b square by a square, I receive as 1 by 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. My brain has stopped working actually. Okay, so with this, b square by a square is 1 by 3. What are we supposed to do is find the eccentricity. So e square is what? 1 plus 1 by 3. 1 plus 1 by 3 is what? 4 by 3. So e will be 2 by root 3. And I think some of you must have gotten option A. Yes or no, everyone, all the participants. Are you all there? Everybody, yes or no? Yes or no? Getting it, everyone? I hope there is no confusion, and let's see how many of you got it right. Option A. Yashash and Vivid. Great, great, great. Who got it as option C and D? I don't know why, but I hope you got it right, right? Now, let's solve or move towards the next question. Domain of this. How do we solve this? Again, a straightforward, decent, direct question. So when you're dealing with the domain, I'll say, first of all, this should be non-zero. So 4 minus x square should be non-zero, which means x square should not be 4. So that concludes x should not be plus minus 2. There. You're taking logarithm of x cube minus x. So if you're taking logarithm here, x cube minus x should always be positive. That means if I take x common, it is x square minus 1 should always be positive. That means x plus 1, x minus 1 should always be positive. Even if you apply Wavy-Kar method, your job will be done. What am I going to say next is 0, minus 1 and 1. So minus 1, 0 and 1. Plus, minus. We need it to be positive between minus 1 and 0 and between 1 and infinity. So I could have said my answer as minus 1 to 0 or 1 to infinity. But I think I need to stop somewhere. Where? Sir, you cannot include minus 2 and plus 2. No worries, Spider-Man. Saurav Jha also forgot to do the square root. Good and easy. All are easy, all are easy, all are absolutely easy. Yes or no? So there, if I say, I think I got to exclude plus 2 and minus 2 is already excluded. If I exclude plus 2, if I take its intersection with this, my answer will be minus 1 to 0, then 1 to 2, and then 2 to infinity. Option A would have been the correct answer. Let's see how many of you got it right. I could not start the poll, but I hope you got it. Option A. Let's focus on this question now. Again, a good one. Let's do a poll. Options are there. So let's see how many of you get it right. Okay, everybody with me on this? So far, I hope there is no confusion. What are we given? Alpha and beta are the distinct roots of this equation. So can I write this whole ax square plus bx plus c as a times x minus alpha into x minus beta? I hope you know that. This is how we can do it. Yes or no, everyone? With this, I am told something like this. So this is giving you limit x approaching alpha, right? So this cos of this, so cos 0 is 1, this is 0, 0 by 0. So I'll say 1 minus cos theta, I hope you remember that. 2, I hope you remember this identity which you must have been using, which IIT JEE and IAT is also in very much fond in love with. Do you remember that cos theta has 3, or rather 4 versions, but simply 2 versions which you are mostly seeing getting used is 2 cos square theta minus 1 and 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So I am more interested in using this one. How? Pay attention, everyone. 1 minus, this is 1 minus. So I'll be using the second one. 1 minus cos 2 theta is going to be 2 sine square theta, yes or no? So shall I write it as 2 sine square? Half of this. I hope you're noticing it. Why half of this? I hope you're getting it. So this will be, pay attention, everyone, ax square plus bx plus c. Can I write it as a x minus alpha, x minus beta whole divided by 2? Can I do so? Everybody give me a quick response. Yes or no? And with this in the denominator, I already have this as x minus alpha whole square. Now, to apply sine 0 by 0, I need to have the same denominator here. So to make it like that or look like that, already you know the short trick here. I'll have x minus beta square divided by 2 square sine square of this. But I think there is one more thing missing here. That is a square. Yes or no? So what I additionally did was this, and this. So that needs to be appended here, which means I need to have what? I need to multiply all of this by a square x minus beta whole square and 2 square. And on this, I'll be applying limit x approaches alpha. Now, I hope you are noticing when x approaches alpha, this sine theta by theta will be 1 when theta approaches 0. Yes or no? So this whole becomes 1. Brilliant. Perfect. That's good, Saurav. But there are some more things which you need to take care of. And that arrangement I need to adjust here. That adjustment is needed to be done. So with this whole expression becomes 1. But there I'm left with few more things. If I finally now substitute x by alpha, this is a square. This is alpha minus beta whole square divided by 2 square into 2. That leaves you with the 2. And that's your final answer, which clearly looks like option 1. How many of you marked option 1? Tell me honestly. Genuinely and sincerely you did it by your own efforts. So again, Saurav, Venkatesh, Spider-Man, Yashash, everyone, are you all there? I'm glad you all are sincerely watching and attending it. So everybody understood this very basic, standard, decent question on limits. Let's look for the next one. How do we solve this? If I now pay attention, it is needed to be made continuous. It is needed to be made continuous at x is equal to 0. So how do we define f of 0 as? So if I put 0 here, infinity minus infinity, because 1 minus 1 is 0. So infinity minus infinity we are given. Let me try and, take the LCM thing and do, and let's see what are we able to convert this into. Can we convert this into something more interesting? This is infinity minus infinity, right? So if I simply take the LCM, if I simply try to write it in a more better format, it will be e to the power 2x minus 1 minus 2x in the numerator. Correct me if I'm wrong. E to the power 2x minus 1 minus 2x. And in the denominator, it will be x e to the power 2x minus x. Correct me if I'm wrong. And their limit x approaches 0. If it is supposed to be continuous, f of 0 should be this. Yes. Don't go with LHL and RHL, just find the limit because it is mandatorily supposed to be continuous. So LHL and RHL are going to be same anyways. Just look for the limit at 0. By the way, good observation, Thunder. What's your name, by the way? Are you all these students who are using these usernames? So now I'll again say this is 0 by 0. And the best idea is instead of, factorizing and doing a lot of things again, I'll say use L'Hopital. Can we do that? So L'Hopital says e to the power 2x. When differentiated, it is e to the power 2x, but 2x will be 2. Derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of minus 2x will be minus 2. Yes or no? There I'll apply chain rule. So this derivative of x is 1. So I'll be left with e to the power 2x. Then x remains as it is and derivative of e to the power 2x will be 2 e to the power 2x. Derivative of x will be 1. And let me see whether limit is applicable or not. So when you replace x by 0, again what you get is e to the power 0, 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. What I get in the denominator is 1. So this is 1. Minus 1, 0. But here it is 2. So 0 by 2 is luckily 0, something finite. So if f of 0 becomes 0, it will become continuous. So they were asking you the value of f of 0. I'll say it will be 0. Option A. I did not start a poll, unfortunately. But tell me honestly, how many of you got option A? I'm really sorry. I forgot. But apart from that, did you all get this answer? And what was your approach? What was your method? How did you solve this question? Great. That's brilliant. Shall we try the next question now? This is again a very interesting, simple, insightful, decent, direct question which you all can crack. If you, let me just make a correction here. Plus, minus, this should be plus. Alternatively, it is plus, minus. So there is a small correction with this language here. So how do we do it? Everyone, pay attention. I hope I have started the poll. Yes. How do we solve this? Fx is x to the power n. Then you are asked f1, f dash 1 by 1 factorial, f dash triple dash, f triple dash. Anybody, can somebody help me? No, Thunder. Sir, it is 0 by 0 again. Did I make any mistake? No, it is not 0 by 0. Okay, this is 0. I took it as 1. I don't know why. This is 0 by 0. I'm really sorry. So I'm supposed to do it again. I don't know. I'm absolutely tired now. Very badly tired. Making a lot of silly calculation based errors. So that's what happens. Learn it from me. Keep your brain very well rested before your examination. Okay, let me do it again. I think I need to make some correction here. I'll again apply L'Hopital because it is 0 by 0. Because 2 minus 2 is 0 in the numerator. This is 1 minus 1, 0, 0. This is 0 by 0. Again, I'll apply L'Hopital. So 2 into 2, that is 4 e to the power 2x in the numerator. This becomes 0. This when differentiated gives you what? E to the power 2x gives you 2 e to the power 2x. This one will be 0. And the next result will be, give me a moment everyone, let me have some water. Okay, let's resume. I think I differentiated e to the power 2x, which is 2e to the power 2x. 1 will be 0. This again, product rule I'll use. 2 I'm keeping outside. So first of all, I'll differentiate x. So this thing remains same. So this will be 2 e to the power 2x. Correct me if I'm wrong. Plus, I'll have this 2nx as it is. And derivative of e to the power 2x will be 2. So that will be 4x. That will be 4x e to the power 2x. So the best thing which is happening in our life now is e to the power 2x, e to the power 2x, e to the power 2x, e to the power 2x cancelled. So there, now I'm finally left with what? I'm finally left with x approaching 0. In the numerator, it is 4. In the denominator, this is also 2 plus 2. That's 4 plus 4x. Right or wrong? So answer should be 1. Answer should be 1. I'm really sorry for that mistake. I am totally in a different world. Absolutely, 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 indeed. These are those questions which will make you revise the whole mathematics for IAT. That's exactly what we are doing here. Now, with this, I'm moving towards the next question. We were supposed to solve this one. Let's solve this. I think I have already started a poll for this question. How do we solve this? X to the power n. So when you are finding f1, I hope I need not tell you, it will be 1. How do you find f dash 1? So f dash x, I hope you know the generalized result here. F dash x will be n x to the power n minus 1. Yes or no? So if I find f dash 1, I hope you're noticing it will be n, because 1 to the power n minus 1 is nothing. So it is n by 1 factorial. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then when I talk about f double dash 1, I hope everybody is noticing this. F double dash 1. So if I talk about f double dash x, you know this generalized result, yes or no? N minus 1. So this is n minus 1, x to the power n minus 2. But again, if it is a double dash 1, it will be n minus 1 by 2 factorial. So I hope now you know the result. It will be n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by what? 3 factorial, and so on. So I hope you all are noticing this result or conclusion here, which is very beautiful stated, given or told us. Thank you so much. Definitely, Jagrati. Thank you so much for being so considerate. Taylor series. Are you sure? Spider-Man? Good. So I'll say avoid bringing that Taylor series even. I'll say this is what one. Pay attention, everyone. Are you not noticing something really beautiful? A pattern, a sequence. What is n upon 1 factorial? Is it not NC1? Is it not NC2? Is it not NC3? Do you know that? Yes or no? So I hope you are seeing it. This is NC0 minus NC1 plus NC2 minus NC3 plus NC4, and ultimately I'll get NCN. Now, are you telling me the answer to this question, or shall I tell you the answer to this question? 1 plus x, put x as minus 1. Brilliant. Beautiful, Saurav. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. Perfect. I hope you remember all these odd ones. If I add NC1, NC3, NC5 and all these even ones, NC0, NC2, NC4, they all will be 2 to the power n minus 1. So all the even ones when added 2 to the power n minus 1, all the odd ones when added 2 to the power n minus 1. So answer will be 0. Yes, Thunder, we can take n as any number and we can get our job done. Absolutely, absolutely. With these questions, many times, these intuition-based approaches are really good. That's a very good observation, Thunder. You can take n as any number and get your answer. Verify with the options. Absolutely, absolutely. So I hope all the even ones and all the odd ones when added give you the same value. So answer will be 0. You remember these expansions binomial, right? And even along with that, Saurav also has given us a very beautiful, insightful result that, sir, it is nothing but expansion of 1 plus x to the power n, where x is replaced by minus 1. A foolproof method, honestly. Yes, we believed you, boy. So answer will be 0, option D. Everybody got option D as the answer. Everybody got option D as the answer. Yes or no? Yes or no? So let me see. Again, 60%. What happened? Vivid, Saurav, and Yashash, that's good. What is happening to these kids? A and B? Why? Why is it 1? Why is it 2 to the power n? It would have been 2 to the power n had it all been plus. Yes or no? There was alternatively plus minus. So odd and even. I hope you remember that basic concept. Can you help me with this question quickly, students? Shall we do a poll? And it is again option based. So let's quickly do a poll and let's see how many of you get it right. Everyone, pay attention. Whenever I'm asked to deal with something like this, I hope you're seeing it to be an implicit. Implicit means what? Powers are also there. So can I get rid of this expression by taking logarithm on both sides? Because I do so, if I do so, my job will be a little easier. So if I'm taking logarithm, it will be log of this, which is m log x plus n log y. Correct me if I'm wrong. M log x plus n log y. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm terribly tired. I may make some silly calculation based errors. Not even able to think much logically, but m plus n, then ln x plus y. Yes or no, everyone? M log x plus n log y, m plus n log x plus y. Yes or no? And now if I differentiate it, I think I'll be able to do it more quickly. So m log x will be m by x. This will be n by y with derivative of y as per chain rule, that is dy by dx. This is m plus n. You don't do anything to this. This log x plus y is x plus y times. Chain rule gives you the derivative of x plus y as 1 plus dy by dx. Yes or no? Now it's merely a matter of rearranging this whole data and your job will be done. So let me think of a better idea. How will I do it? How will I do it? I'll try to bring it all here, push it there. So it leaves you with m by x minus whole of this, which is m plus n divided by x plus y. Yes or no? Correct me if I'm wrong. Can that be made simpler? I don't think so. Whatever you do, it will lead you towards this only. Is equal to, this is m plus n by x plus y minus n by y whole times dy by dx. Did you all get this step, or shall I re-explain this? Everybody understood this? All what I did was, yes, taking log on both the sides. Good observation, Thunder. So I think it's merely a matter of rearranging it. Can you do that by yourself? I'm not interested in doing a lot of calculation now at this stage. I'm really tired. I'll do it anyways because we are supposed to, right? So this will give you what? Mx plus my. Then this will be, I hope there is no other simpler method, right? Mx minus nx divided by whole of x times x plus y. Can I do so like this? And on the right hand side, what do I get? I get my plus ny minus nx minus ny whole divided by that same expression x plus y times y, but this gets multiplied with dy by dx. Yes or no, everyone? Be quick. This mx are cancelled. ny are cancelled. X plus y are cancelled. So what are we now left with? If I take something common, nothing can be taken common. Am I even reaching to the conclusion, or are we just complicating it? Okay, the most beautiful thing which has happened right now is my minus nx, my minus nx. So this whole, I hope you're understanding, this whole factor cancels out this whole factor. I hope you're understanding my point. I'm not doing that calculation. So dy by dx ultimately I receive as y by x. Option A should have been marked by most of you. Have you all noticed it, or shall I show it to you by writing it properly? 100% people, 4 people participated. Yashash, Vivid, Yashodhra and Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider. Is it Jashodhra or Yashodhra? By the way, good name. Yashodha. Good, Yashoda. Okay. Shall we try the next question? Again, an absolutely simple one, a decent one. Great. Thank you so much for that highlight. Solved it. Answer is A. H. No, I made a mistake. Okay, I think there was something in the chat box going on. We'll come back to this. This is again, I hope you are noticing that what are we given? Shall we start a poll? Yes, I should. So there we go with this. R to R it is defined. For all the values of x which are less than -1, this is a straight line with negative slope decreasing. For all the values of x greater than -1, this is a straight line with positive slope increasing. So if I could simply tell you that this could be a decreasing line like this could be an increasing line like this. Now you need to understand this line could have been either like this or like this or like this. Yes or no? Getting this point, everyone? I repeat. Before -1, it will be decreasing. After -1, it will be increasing. Yes, you'll have sessions on chemistry and physics as well, Pratik. Don't worry. So this line could be like this or this or this because of this variable k. I'm not able to fix it anywhere. So let me just take the benefit of doubt and let me just push it here. Let me just push it here. We'll arrange it accordingly. What we are now supposed to do is that, sir, f has a local minima at x is equal to -1. That means this line, I'm really sorry, did I make a mistake? Yes, I did. This line here is supposed to be above or in the worst case touching it. Why I'm saying this, let me make you understand this. This point here is somewhere on the x-axis is -1. Pay attention, everyone. If this line approaches -1, what happens? So k minus -2 into -1, that is what? +2. So this line approaches a value which is k +2. So if x approaches -1, this line approaches k +2 from the left hand side. If this approaches -1 from the right hand side, if x approaches -1 from the right hand side, so there this line approaches value as this line approaches a value as what? -1, 3 minus 2, that is 1. So this approaches a value 1. Now I am told that this has a local minima. So then a possible value of k. So if it is a local minima, k +2 must be smaller than 1. Absolutely, absolutely true. Yes, Thunder. All I'm saying is that if it is a local minima, I hope you're noticing this line cannot be lower than this, because this is a local minima. So the value of this function should be lesser than the value of this function in its neighborhood. Definition of local minima. So this value k +2 should be the least. And this is telling me that it is approaching 1. So I'll conclude that if it is having a local minima here, k +2 is bound to be less than equal to 1. Less than equal to 1 means what? If it becomes continuous, my job will be done. But in a worst case, it should lie above this. So k +2 will always be less than equal to 1, which means k should always be less than equal to 1 minus 2 minus 1. So k should be less than equal to -1. So I think -1/2 is greater, 0 is greater, 1 is greater. The only option you're left with is option C. Everybody got this? Or shall I re-explain that? Most of you must have marked option C. Let's see how many of you got this. Again, somebody marked option A. Why? This time Spider-Man was very quick. Yashash and Vivid. Great. What is happening to the other students? I am still seeing a lot of students are actively watching it. Are you all not participating into it? Are you not getting these answers, explanations? Okay, let's solve the next question. Again, a decent one, a beautiful one, and a straightforward one. So this is given as sin x minus alpha, ax plus b log of this, then the value of ab. I'll say there are multiple ways of doing it. I'll say the best idea is I will take x minus alpha as t. Is that okay? So that gives you what? Dx as dt. And of course, with that, x will be, I need not tell you, t plus alpha. So the question becomes what? The question becomes sin x, which is sin t plus alpha, yes or no, divided by what? Divided by sin x minus alpha. Sin x minus alpha is what? Sin t. And this here is your dx, which is your dt. Shall I just give you the hints now? No worries with it. Did you understand it now? Everybody. Now from here, all I'm asking you just to simplify this and you'll get the answer. I hope I've written it correctly. Sin x, x is t plus alpha, sin x minus alpha, that is t, dx is dt. So correct it as sin t plus alpha. Can I not write it as sin t cos alpha plus cos cos t sine alpha. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whole needs to be divided by sine t. So if this part is divided by sine t, it leaves you with nothing. And cos t, if divided by sine t, let me keep it written as this only because it will give you a better idea. And this whole needs to be integrated. So this needs to be integrated. This needs to be integrated with respect to t. So I'm writing this dt here. I hope it is okay and everyone is comfortable with whatever is being done. Then I think I'll get the final answer in the next step, because here I hope everybody must have noticed cos alpha when integrated with respect to t, it will be t times cos alpha, yes or no, plus. Now here, although you should know what is the integration of cot t, if you don't pay attention, if I take sine t as, let's say, some other value, let's say k, then cos t dt will be dk. So this is dk by k, which is ln k. But what is k? Sine t. So this will be ln mod of sine t, yes or no? And there sine alpha was there already as a variable. Getting it or not, everyone, all the participants, tell me honestly. And of course, the constant of integration. But finally, I got to substitute this t. What is t? So t was originally x minus alpha. So this will be x minus alpha whole times cos alpha plus sine alpha ln of mod of sine x minus alpha plus c. And with that, I think you do have the answer at your fingertips. Yes or no? I think you can compare it. What are we asked? A and B. Coefficient of x is a. So coefficient of x is a. So a is going to be cos alpha. And b is the coefficient of ln sine x minus alpha. So ln sine x minus alpha has a coefficient of sine alpha. So cos alpha comma sine alpha would have been your answer, option B. Did I start a poll here? I did not. I really forgot. So I hope everybody got this. You simply use substitution. Substitution, if you use pratik, you will get that. Don't worry about that. Substitution, if you use, you will get that. Sir, can we get final answer by solving the first part since all the four different options? Yes, 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 Thunder. A very good observation you are making here. Beautiful. That's a good idea. Good observation. So there you stop and solve this. With the help of options, you do them. Now let's solve this one. Everyone, pay attention here. The best idea or strategy here to do this question will be simply this, that if I divide numerator and denominator both by 2, I hope you're getting it. So what will I have here? I'll have 1 by 2 dx in the numerator, that I'm writing as this. And there I'll be writing it as 1 by 2 cos x. I hope you're listening this. Plus root 3 by 2 sin x. Everybody getting this? And I hope most of you now must have realized why did I do it. Root 3 square plus 1 square is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So I'm simply dividing both the sides by 2. Perfect, perfect, perfect. With this, if I now proceed further, my job is done. My question is done, I think. I'll say that here, 1 by 2 stays out like that only. Dx stays in the numerator. But in the denominator, I see something really interesting and important. What is that? Here, I'll keep it like this. 1 by 2 is sine 30. 1 by 2 is sine 30. So I'll write it as this part. Pay attention, everyone. First of all, let me write this. This is sine x. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this is cos pi by 6. Yes or no? Plus this is cos x. Plus it is sine 30, which is multiply sine 30 is sine pi by 6. Everybody getting it or not? I hope most of you must have noticed it. So this is sine A cos B cos A sine B, sine A plus B. Yes, you could have done with cos as well, but sine is also fine. So there I'll say this is 1 by 2 integration of dx divided by what? Sine x plus pi by 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is sine x plus pi by 6. Now forget this whole. Let me take you towards something else, which you already know, which you should already know. But if you don't, let me help you out with this. Let's say if I wish to find out 1 upon sine theta's integration with respect to, of course, theta. So technically, I'm asking you the integration of cosec theta, although you should already know it, but let's say you forget it. So what you do here is, let's say sine theta, can I not write as 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So I'm writing it as sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Sir, why did you do it? Have patience, you'll start understanding it. Now the next thing which I do is, if I divide the numerator and denominator by cos square theta by 2. So the numerator will become sec square theta by 2. Denominator will become sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, that is tan theta by 2. And there is already a 1 by 2 outside, d theta. I hope most of you must have gotten the idea. Why did I do so? Everybody paying attention, everyone. So there, again, if I simply try and make you understand this, if you ever forget these formulae, this is how you derive them. That's what I'm trying to give you here. Tan theta by 2, if I take it as t, we know sec square theta by 2 into 1 by 2, because theta by 2 is 1 by 2 when differentiated, d theta is dt. So 1 by 2 sec square theta by 2, d theta is dt. So it is dt by t, which is ln t. So my integration will be ln mod of t. What was t? T was tan theta by 2. Got it or not, everyone? So cosec theta's integration is ln mod tan theta by 2. If I apply that logic here in this question, my job will be done. But it is, I hope you're understanding. I hope there is no confusion on whatever is being done. This 1 by 2 is already outside. Don't include this 1 by 2 here. This is cosec x plus pi by 6. We know it is ln, I hope you remember, tan theta by 2 for cosec theta. So here it will be ln. ln will remain ln mod of tan theta by 2. What is theta? X plus pi by 6. So this will be x by 2 plus pi by 12. Yes or no? Correct me if I'm wrong. Plus c. So 1 by 2 ln 10 x by 2 plus pi by 12. That is what we are given in option C. Did I start a poll here? I forgot. I'm really sorry. So I'm forgetting a lot of things now. Let us move towards the next question. Everyone comfortable with whatever is done? Let's solve this one. Again, a good one. Are you all there actively watching and participating? That's good. I'm seeing a lot of students responding. So I'll definitely conduct a poll now because you have been participating and I was forgetting conducting a poll. I'm really sorry. Great. Everybody understood this? Everybody got the idea? Were you able to do it? Yes or no? All the participants who were watching it since the beginning of this session. Let's begin with this. Value of this 1 minus x square. If you are simply able to draw it, your job will be done. Sir, we know 1 minus x square looks like this. 1 minus x square. If I talk about 1 minus x square, its root will be minus 1 and 1. Yes or no? Do you all agree? I repeat, if I ask you, I'm really sorry, I am really sorry, what am I doing? Had it been x square minus 1, it would have been drawn like this. I hope you're understanding. It is 1 minus x square, so downward facing parabola, and it will be drawn like this. If you don't get this 1 minus x square, if you put it equal to 0, you get x as plus minus 1. So the roots are going to be plus 1 and minus 1, but it is 1 minus x square, so downward facing parabola. Getting it or not, everyone? So this is a downward facing parabola like this. But if you put a mod over it, so I hope you remember, this is your x-axis. So this point here is your minus 1 comma 0. This point here is 1 comma 0. I need to integrate it from minus 2 to 3. So of course, this point here will be minus 2 and a point over here will be 3. So if I take its mod, if I put a mod, the part below the x-axis should get reflected in the x-axis. Do you remember that? So this part which is below the x-axis should get reflected. So this graph would be going like this and this. Do you remember that? I hope you're getting it. Even if you don't get it, you keep it like this only. Your job will be done. Trust me. I'll split it into 3 zones. This question will be split into 3 zones. First zone will be minus 2 to minus 1. Second zone will be minus 1 to 1. Second zone will be minus 1 to 1. And third zone will be 1 to 3. Everybody getting it? Yes or no? So from minus 2 to minus 1, this is below the x-axis, which means it is negative. So if I want to remove mod, it will open with the negative sign. So this will be x square minus 1. Getting it or not, everyone? Then between minus 1 and 1, it is above the x-axis. So it is already positive. So when modulus is removed, it is removed in this manner only. There is no point of putting any sign there. Then between 1 and 3, it is below the x-axis, which means it is. Yes, absolutely. So between 1 and 3, it is below the x-axis, which means negative. So I'll simply put a negative sign if I wish to remove the mod. So it will leave me with again x square minus 1 dx. From here, shall I leave this question up to you? Will you do that by yourself or shall I get it done? We are now merely left with the calculation part, which you all are good at. So I hope you can do that simply. I'll just solve it further for you. This will give me x cube by 3 minus x, but the limits are going to be minus 2 to minus 1. This is also going to be x minus x cubed by 3, but here the limits are going to be minus 1 to 1, because there is some calculation involved here which I'm not willing to do here. So this will again give me x cubed by 3 minus x, but the limits are 1 to 3. So can you do that by yourself, the final part? Simply you put the limits, upper limit, lower limit, put the values, calculate it, and you will get the answer. So can somebody quickly tell me the right answer? If somebody has generally done it, quickly check it and tell me the right answer so that we can stop the poll. And if you have generally done it, we will get the answer. Anybody, please tell me in the comments, because I'm skipping that calculation, not very much interested in that. Okay, so if you want me, I'll do it for you. Shall I do it on the page or next page? Next page I'll take here. Let me do it very quickly for you. If somebody has already done it, do tell me the answer finally. Otherwise, I'll do it for you. So how do we do it? If I put I think second integral is obviously 0. Absolutely yes. Good observation. Minus 1 to 1, symmetrically placed. Absolutely. No, second integral is not 0. No. Why would it be 0? It is above the x-axis. It will hold some positive value. You check it by yourself. It is not 0. Not at all. Not at all. Here we are. So if I put minus 1, this will be minus 1 by 3. And if I put minus 1 there, it will be plus 1. Now minus of this if I do, so minus of 2 cube is minus 8 by 3, but it is plus 8 by 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is minus of minus 2, which is plus 2, but there is one more minus, so it should be minus 2. I'm not going to calculate it. Can I skip that whole calculation? Can you do that by yourself, everyone? It's not symmetric. Don't bring that symmetry here. That is above the x-axis. It will be positive. It will not be 0. Getting it or not? Thunder. Will you do that calculation? Can I skip that part? Because it will take some time. I'm skipping that calculation, believing that you all are good at. Shall we move towards the next question? I'm just randomly marking one of the options. Even if you don't get it, don't worry about that. I think either C or D was right. Forget that. Let's focus on the next question. How do we solve this one? Pay attention. Limit n approaches infinity, summation r 1 to n, 1 by n, e to the power r by n. Is it simply nothing but this? Limit as a sum, integration, r 1 to n. So the limits are going to be 0 to 1. Do you remember that? E to the power r by n means e to the power x. 1 by n becomes dx. I hope you remember that. Integration is e to the power x. Limit will be e to the power 1 minus e to the power 0. E to the power 1 is e. Minus e to the power 0 is 1. So e minus 1 would have been marked by you all. Yes or no? Next question. Area enclosed between the curves y square is equals to x and y is equals to mod x. Shall I just give you the idea? Y square is equals to x and y is equals to mod x. So I hope when you draw it more properly, there are two things, right? This is y is equals to mod x. Yes or no? And when you talk about y square is equals to x, I think this is how you draw it. So area enclosed between the curves will be simply this. Everybody getting it or not? So upper curve is under root x. Upper branch is under root x. Lower curve is y is equals to x, because this is that rightward branch. So this is lower curve. And integration is needed to be done. If you solve this, of course, first point will be 0, 0. So lower limit will be 0. Upper point, if you compare them, of course, it is going to be 1, because 1, I hope you are matching it. So there, the upper limit will be 1. Even I don't want to calculate anymore. Great. Now, I'll come back to this discussion. I hope you know how to integrate it. You know how to solve this, and you can finally work it out by yourself. Yes or no, all the participants. Are we done with this? So finally, we are done with this marathon. Finally, we are calling it a day. Finally, we are concluding it. I think we have done almost your entire mathematics. Complete maths revision we have done for your IAT preparation. Sir, if we want this entire PDF, how can we have this? If you want this entire PDF, you can have it on our WhatsApp channel. Right after this session, we'll be uploading this. Sir, how do we follow your WhatsApp channel? The link is given in the description. You can follow it from there. So I think we are done with this entire session. We have covered entire maths. I think all the chapters most probably. And with this, we are calling it a day. Any other queries or concerns you have, you may ask. Otherwise, we are calling it a day. Everyone, give me a quick response. Shall we end it here? So thank you so much. You have been a great audience. Take a good care of yourself. Good night, everyone.